Welcome to Time of Total War, side story number 2. This is a not canon episode that takes place in a parallel universe. It will involve no Battlemechs, and probably will not take the full 4 hours, although on the other hand, it might actually take the full 4 hours. We've never really done a full session of just on-the-foot stuff without Battlemechs before, so it's hard to say. Stand with us as we fuck up the rules constantly. It's been a week. We're down a Rad, so yeah, let's introduce everybody and talk about some bullshit for a while so we can draw the audience in with our mystifying charisma, and then we'll get around to, throwing some dice on the table. For me, it's been an interesting day. My Discord was unusually active, asking questions about previous shows, what was everybody's favorite, not favorite. Then the anime meme war broke out between Lexi and EQ, and that lasted for a long time.
I was like, was it still going? Because that was like last night I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, they like meme battling.
Was of it.
Now that I deleted Restart Chat, you guys are going to see all of it. You're going to see all of it.
So that's
it was self-contained to that area, but now that Restart ended this week, it's here. Speaking of Restart, instead, let's talk about Cankle, the new rising star on my show. It's more popular than every other show besides Battletech. So, and it's only in its second week. There are a lot of Battletech viewers that go over and watch Cankle, so, I mean, I wouldn't say it's really great. It's, it's good. It's pretty good.
It's pretty great.
The thing is, I want to play it more. I'm just like, oh my god, I prepped for like the next 3 episodes, but now I really want to play this goddamn game that I put all this work into. How will I get the players this time with one of my tricks?
And not have Sid get
Sid fucking one-shot the final boss. He's just like, I don't know.
He did chose a battleship for easy mode, so it's kind of...
It actually hasn't been that easy mode for him. What's interesting is the light cruiser and the destroyer have been cleaning up on his ass. They've literally just been like, I only have 3 or 46, but I'm just going to one-shot all the destroyers. And Sid's like, I can't even hit this one heavy cruiser! Why can't I hit?
So is Battletech syndrome carrying over in that?
Yeah, it's called the SidAlpha strike. It's where Sid fucks up.
It's where he fires everything and then misses.
It's called Will Wheaton syndrome.
See, I think I'm going to make that into one of my t-shirts, the SidAlpha strike, where you have 2 mechs facing off. One of them is just firing a buttload of shit, and it's all exploding behind the other mech.
It's one of the laser boat hunchbacks, where it's just a whole bunch of lasers fired directly in the front of the mech, and you still miss. What's interesting to me is that I'm gonna start introducing some more of the rule set, wherein the abyssals can interfere with the players' checks, and I'm hoping to start causing some misses in that regard. But so far, the players have been super good at covering each other. Like, they have lots of good relationships. They use their supports wisely. When they don't think they can pass the check at all, they just don't bother. When they think they can go for a one-shot kill, they go for it. So, I mean, they've been playing super smart. But at some point, I'm going to start unleashing the princess-level enemies who have the ability to make checks really hard. They add like -2 to all rolls, so it's pretty ridiculous.
Good God.
Yeah, it's great. On the 2d6, -2 is a huge shift in the odds. So that's me. That's me, Smugification. If you haven't started watching Cankle yet, now's a great time because it's at the beginning. And we aren't too deep into it yet. There's only 2 episodes. And not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we're going to have a special guest episode where we're going to be bringing Henley on. And he's going to be playing Yukikaze, the Miracle Destroyer. And we'll see how that goes, because it's always been my... Saturday afternoon. Saturday at noon. Yep, playing Cankle. It's always been my intention to try to do a West Marches type thing with Cankle, where I bring in guests and they like help stock the base with resources, because Sid fucking drains the whole goddamn armory every time he goes to repair.
I mean, that's the thing with the destroyers,
the pitfalls of the battleship, and
they can blow everything up in like 1 or 2 hits.
He did die in all one shot as well, didn't he?
No, I
Me?
died
No.
a shit ton. Because I just
Never
kept on
died.
rolling. I was like, fuck it. So I didn't make it.
I
I'll
meant
reroll it.
for energy.
I think the only person who actually died was the group where I took the princess out on them, and they all got fucking like steamrolled in one.
Yeah, that was the thing that you were testing for the higher.
Yeah,
level
for
control.
level 5 stuff, and the 3 people who were there just got instantly destroyed in one roll. All of them got wiped out in one hit. It was real bad. Yeah, it was real bad.
That sounds
Well,
bad.
good to know. Looking forward to that.
So Sid will be alive while everybody else is destroyed around him, but then he'll just run out of energy next turn.
Listen, I have a plan
pretty
for
much.
dealing with Sid in the future. It's going to be pretty funny. In the end, Sid's going to destroy himself. Sid and Lexi keep running into the same problem where they run out of energy really fast.
Yeah.
I haven't I haven't even had anything to use energy on except for
That's true.
Now I have the anti-aircraft, which you can use energy on. I think that requires energy.
I don't think that anti-aircraft gun requires energy. It's extended AA that requires energy. I'll have to look it up though.
Yeah, that game is key on like energy management.
Yeah, energy management is huge.
So it was like really bad where I was just like, I'll reroll again. Screw it. Eh.
Is Sid gonna get the EQ treatment? Is that where we treat him like shit all the time?
No.
Tell him that he likes little girls?
No,
I don't think we can do that to Sid.
No, that's Pondo.
I mean, everyone rips on me pretty hard, but that's mostly about my my dice rolling levels. So
yeah, your dice
I'm
rolling
completely
levels.
ignoring English's statement there. So.
That's true. Yeah,
I mean,
you should.
I just tease Sid about how I have to carry his weight all the time. Battletech mostly.
And let me tell you, carrying my weight, Pondo's pretty damn strong. Carry that shit around. That's.
It's like, yeah, I went back and everything. I was like, all right, I wonder how many kills that everybody had so far. Okay, so I had 9.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I went
Pondo
back. I was like, I thought Sid
twice
had at
as
least
many
one
as
kill.
everyone else.
So I thought Sid had at least one kill. Found out, nope.
Goose
Nope,
egg.
it was Rad that killed it.
It turns out, Sid, you do actually have to spend 2 energy to activate anti-aircraft, buddy.
Oh, that's really bad for you.
Yeah, it's super bad.
Yeah, I've got a whopping 9 energy now.
I remember when I did the one shot for Can Call, I had 17 energy.
Yeah, most of the destroyers got stuff like that.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we've got the Super AA carrier, and I can activate my AA as kind of a backup to protect myself if I need to.
That's true. That's true.
It'd be a lot better if I had extended AA, but it makes a good fallback.
I would say try and stock up on ice cream, Sid.
Sid spends all his time going on strategy missions so that he can unlock the secrets of the enemy.
Yep. Because I may be the poorest roller out of the bunch, but my ship has the best armor, and so I try to make sure that the tankiest one goes in front of the bulkiest enemy. So
it's a good plan. Sid, let's go ahead and do your introduction. How have you been this week?
Yeah, I've been pretty okay. Monday with Cancol was fantastic. Got a couple of videos out, kind of taking it a little bit more lazy this week and last week than I normally do with my YouTube content.
I mean, I only saw you make one mocking Twitter post going after Andrew Watt today.
Well, yeah. I mean, I had to, because even YouTube is telling him to get wrecked now. That's how sad it is. So I didn't even have to fight this one. It just went away on its own. So that's just sad. It really is. But that's great though, that I don't have to keep on battling or dealing with that twit. So yeah, it's been a pretty fun day. Had some interesting Twitter conversations. Some of them were not antagonistic. I put out a video last night where I announced that I was going to start dealing with some content regarding the monetization with Overwatch, and that was a very mixed response on that. There are a lot of people that are defending the loot boxes in Overwatch.
Really?
It's a surprising amount. Yeah.
Why don't you come at me for supporting Pink Mercy, motherfucker?
Hey, I bought the Pink Mercy skin.
Good. You're not some sort of anti-breast terrorist or something like that.
I will say this right here and right now.
And I bought a second skin for somebody else.
Yes, for charity. Yes, for charity. But the Mercy skin itself is kind of shit.
Now they
You're
did
wrong.
state.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Oh.
No.
No, I like it.
You
I
got
like it. I think
you
it
got
looks
so
classy.
many. Listen, first off, let me tell you something. It is the first Mercy skin where she kind of looks a little disdainful, like she's looking down at you and maybe just a little angry. Second, there's clear influence from
That's why
Black
I like
Cat.
her so much.
Yeah, there's clear influence from Black Cat Diva. Just the entire hair plus clothing design reminds you deeply of Black Cat Diva. And second off, pink is cute, motherfucker. Get out of here, English! Everyone's allowed to have their own personal opinion about everything, but you're wrong! Pink Mercy is amazing! She's the one true god of Mercy skins! She has displaced Witch Mercy forever!
My personal
I wouldn't go that
opinion,
far. Witch Mercy is still pretty damn great.
Isn't there literally one where she's dressed as a goddess?
Yeah, there's
think so.
Pink is an even greater god, okay? Pink is the god of boobs! It's the god of boobs, Pondo!
Where is this gone to?
Don't you worship and respect them? Just like you worship and respect Pink Mercy. That's all I'm saying. Breast cancer awareness, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had a couple of friends and family have died by sorts of cancers.
I want to say sorry for everybody watching.
Why?
I
No, this is
apologize for
amazing.
fucking English and Pondo. These non-Pink Mercy loving motherfuckers up in here. How did I get these bitches on my show?
That's just my personal opinion, and
I'm just now actually looking. I've heard about it. I haven't looked into
but
it.
regardless, Blizzard did state 100% of the sales, not the profits or anything. 100% of the sales would go to it.
And that's the reason I supported it.
They designed the skin just to generate money to donate, which, that's pretty damn great. Mostly with these companies, you see that the profits will go or a percentage or something like that. But seeing whole hog, that's pretty great.
I mean, they're already in the millions of dollars.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure. Pretty much everything they do is funded by World of Warcraft. Plus.
No, it's not.
Are you sure about that, buddy?
Ooh,
Yeah,
you're
sure.
so wrong about that. World of Warcraft funds everything Blizzard does.
£15 a month, and
wasn't it like the first few months they were making like
They made back
they
made back everything they needed to fund the creation of World of Warcraft plus run the servers in 3 months.
Yeah, because it's like millions.
Everything since then has been absolute profit.
Oh, they spent massive amounts of money to build out physical infrastructure across the world for all of Blizzard's games. That's how they're able to. They can actually run new titles at a very low dollar amount cost because the facilities have been built and paid for.
I mean, that's why they put out Destiny 2. They had the infrastructure to do that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're hosting the Destiny 2 on their servers.
Look, Sid, we've gotten so far away from both boobs and your introduction. Let's jump back to your introduction.
No, that's fine though, because this is the sort of thing that I plan on talking about in this little mini series of videos I'm planning for Overwatch, is to get down in the nuts and bolts behind things and kind of dispel some of the assumptions that people make.
I'm still waiting for that key for the Elder Scrolls Online.
No.
Whatchamacallit? I don't know.
Why bother?
Isles.
Hey, let me tell you something. You could just go play Skyrim for like the 7th or 8th time.
That's the problem. I played it for the 7th or 8th time.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm like,
each time it's new.
Sometimes
That's a lie.
That's why
they say it's new, but you end up doing the same thing anyway.
I go offline on Steam like almost all the time, but sometimes I'm at 3 a.m. and I forgot to log off Steam, and I'm like, who's still awake at this hour? And I'm like, oh, Pondo's playing Skyrim again. Holy shit. I'm not surprised.
It's mostly because my sleep scheduule was just ruined because I work overnights from like 4 o'clock. So
or it could be you just love Skyrim.
I mean, it's all right. I don't love it.
It's okay.
If you love it, why don't you marry your Huskarl, Lydia? Because she's a nice lady.
You have a problem. We can help you. Admitting it is the first step.
I mean, there is an issue.
We're here for you, Pondo. We love you.
PSS, post Skyrim syndrome, where
I'm sworn to carry your burdens. I'm sworn to carry your burdens.
I got a mod in my Skyrim that lets me freaking marry anyone I wish.
That's disturbing.
It's a love potion mod, so any female. So I married the vampire.
Why wouldn't you just marry Lydia and then install the Lazy Lydia mod where it changes all of our voice lines to I'm sworn to carry your burdens. No matter what you do, in the middle of combat, she just spams it over and over again. Walking through town,
awful.
It's amazing.
I had to do that with God I accidentally sword that makes every single line a god says. I used to be an adventurer, but then I took an arrow to a knee.
That's horrible.
Yes, every single line, even the ones when they're talking to proper conversations.
It took me so long to figure out what that actually meant.
Sounds like that would get irritating after a while.
It did. I found the mod and uninstalled it after the first hour.
I mean, that gets irritating regardless if it's said all the time or not. So I get it. You're married. Shut up.
Yes, fine. Carry my burden. Shut the hell up.
But you guys, you don't understand the power of the Huskarl.
I know the power of the house, Carl. Especially when they made them I don't know what's the word, essential, where they just don't die. So you see them get launched into the air millions of feet by a giant. They later on come back down.
Boom.
It was like, okay, killed that giant. Where did Lydia go? You send you. Oh, there you are.
I'd rather have
I'm sworn to carry your burden.
I like that portal tie-in, by the way, where the portal thing crashes out of space and then joins you as a companion and then shows up on your menu. You know what I'm talking about? It's official tie-in on Steam. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
This thing is like an official mod. The Wheatley from... no, Space Cube from Portal 2 shows up and it's like, space!
Oh, space.
Yep. He's great. He's awesome. And then when you're like on the leveling screen where there's a starfield in the background, he'll just like float by the middle of your constellation saying space. It's great. It's the best.
I like installing mods that make my life terrible in that game by having just like, okay, I need to eat, I need to sleep. Okay, I'm going to freeze to death.
Oh God, no, don't.
Oh, the survival.
No, the survival mode. Oh God.
What's that?
That's not the mode. I've heard about that.
All I can hear is the sound of Lexi calling you a masochist. So.
Yeah, no,
calling Copper Kettle Black.
Oh boy. Oh man, I'm gonna clip that and I'm gonna send it to her now.
I mean, she knows it. I'll tell her.
She knows it. She admits to it.
She knows it. She's admitted it multiple times. I'll tell her right
Fastest
now.
clap back in history right there.
I think we're getting a bit offline here.
We are. Pondo, it's up to you. Why don't you do some introductions and maybe don't just say, I'm Pondo.
I'm Pondo and I fuck up Skyrim games.
Fuck up. What do you mean fuck up? You mean adding realism to something? Sure. It's not like where I play Harvest. Well, I do play Harvest Moon. I just feed them twigs and shit, and it's like, stop being hungry. You're fine. When it gets tired, it's like, no, you're not sleepy. Go back to work.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Pondo's the slave driver.
Aren't they like farm animals and shit?
No, I'm talking about my own character. No, I'm nice as hell to the farm animals.
Sure you are.
I am.
I'm worried about you.
My own characters, I'm a slave driver.
You're not allowed on my Stardew Valley server. It'd
probably just be like, dude, are you hungry? I was like, no, he's fine. Hunger noise.
Pondo, what do you do when you're not on this show?
Work, play video games,
digital animals,
play Skyrim.
I don't play Skyrim that often now. I kind of like stopped off of it. I've been jumping around a lot of games, just playing for a second. I haven't played Skyrim in a while. I'll be honest. I switched from I finished Crisis 3 and all that. Kind of started back into it because I just wanted to run around, be a murdering machine on like the easiest difficulty. After hiding like a little bitch using cloak on the hardest difficulty. And then I recently got God of War, the newest one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Like boy. I was like, why are you calling him that?
Oh yeah, Dad of Boy.
Yeah, Dad of Boy, that's it.
Featuring Teal'c.
There's apparently a video of the voice actors, like they had him do a whole bunch of dad jokes in his voice.
Yeah, that's fucking brilliant.
It was painful to watch. I didn't get much through to it because I'm not a man of dad jokes.
No, Christopher Judge is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. So I haven't really gotten to that. I kind of just like jumped in at like the hardest difficulty, and I'm like at the first fight, killing a whole bunch of guys and it doesn't end because I keep dying. I'm just like, well, how long is this fight? So inevitably, I'm going to maybe, hopefully, if I can get into it, record it later on or start a new.
I remember the first God of War. That shit was hard, man. That shit was really hard, and it was a long game.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it was.
I mean, they all have like some semblance of difficulty. I think you're mostly meant to play it like on easier difficulties and work your way up.
See, there's no PlayStation 4 emulator yet, so I haven't been able to play this game.
Sid, just buy a PS4. My God.
I can't. I'm spending all my money on my damn vehicle right now.
That's true. That's
fair. All right, that's fair. Never mind. Once you have that done, just save up like $300, get a regular PS4. Actually, the PS4 Pro is not that much, and actually it's a lot better.
Yeah, if I'm going to get one, it's going to be a Pro or either the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X Extreme XXS Sephiroth, whatever.
I don't know why they didn't
have.
I don't know why they didn't just stick with the Xbox Scorpio, but I guess because since there's already a 1S, the Scorpio could have been abbreviated to 1X. But now it's just Xbox X is just Xbox for short.
For short.
Yep.
It does seem like we're due for another wave of consoles from the big guys.
We are.
I mean, I'm still going back and forth on whether or not to get a Switch.
How long have the Pros been out? How long has the Pro been out?
I mean, who gives a fuck about the Pro, right? There's no exclusives for the Pros. They're literally just like, now you can play in 4K. That's it.
Yeah, but they were planning on transitioning more to iterative versions of the consoles as opposed to, whole hog redesigns.
Look, man, obviously PCs are better. If you're going to make a console, you need to just make a console and then make exclusive games for it. Otherwise, what's the goddamn point? I'm just saying the difference between StarCraft and StarCraft 64 is you really want to play StarCraft. You don't want to play StarCraft 64.
StarCraft 64?
You know about this?
There used to be a Warcraft 64 as well.
Oh God, why would you want to play any of those type of games on a console?
Because they wanted to pander to the console market.
Terrible.
No one really got PCs that are able to run that stuff.
Those games were built ground up with keyboard and mouse in mind. Trying to use a controller for that's just a bad idea.
Oh God.
Actually, no, you can what am I thinking? You can hook up keyboard and mouse to your consoles now, so that's not so bad.
You couldn't back in
64.
Back in Nintendo 64.
Then, but
now you can.
Yeah, mostly now you can. But I don't think there's a lot of games that support that though. Is there? I don't know.
There's a lot of games that specifically don't support it so that you can't use your hacker mouse in order to beat everybody else at playing Call of Duty.
Even though they have workarounds for that though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That you just spend more money, but
I mean, there's always some sort of thing with hardware that just gives someone a ridiculous advantage. Like I remember when Age of Empires was a huge thing, and the strategic commanders, the strat commanders, where you could program in macros to like 20 different buttons. Those were, if you didn't have one of those, then you were going to get wrecked in those games.
Oh God! Yeah.
I mean, it's just like when you watch StarCraft or whatever, you just see them just like they're spazzing their hands all over the keyboard.
Yeah, they're spazzing their hands, and they keep it all from like if it goes past the T key, that's too much.
I just like watch that. Like they have the cameras on the keyboards. Like, my God, how is your hand not cramped? How is your fingers not in a knot like in the cartoons?
Well, that's why pro gamers for games like that, you don't see them in their 30s,
They become commentators.
By that time,
commentators.
Yeah.
By that time, their hands just seized up, and
that's what happened to Jeff and JP.
Mm-hmm.
Day 9. I guess Day 9 was always a commentator.
Yeah. He still played a lot of StarCraft. He's good at it.
I mean, it's not just that he played StarCraft and he was good at it. It's that he made StarCraft accessible as fuck with his videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was why Day 9 is, like, the best in my opinion.
Oh, he's a fantastic person.
Caitlyn is probably the best player I've seen.
Day 9 dailies. I used to watch
Day 9 dailies. Yep. I know what you're talking about, dog. I know what you're talking about.
I partook of the Day 9 daily challenge many a time.
I didn't. I just would watch the videos and be like, so I will use my Sharingan eye to copy this strategy and work my way up to Grandmasters and never broke past Diamond. Because my strategy was Photon Cannon Rush or Dark Templar Rush.
I thought the key was Zerg Rush.
If I found out people were going Zerg, I had to not do Photon Cannon Rush.
I thought like the key thing is Zerg Rush. Just
Zerg
like
Rush. Everything. Zerg Rush. They're going mech Zerg Rush. Oh, they're going bio air Zerg Rush.
They're going Zerg Rush, Zerg Rush. With drone support.
If you're going to get Zerg Rush, you're going to go Muta to freaking just devastate Zerglings.
Oh, they're going Mutas? Zerg Rush.
What way?
Yeah, your base is going to be undefended if you're going Mutas. You just don't have enough materials.
Can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah, you spend it all on drones and making Vespine gas and shit. English, how's your week been?
My week has been a bag of mixed nuts, to put an expression on it. Certain things have basically made me push a certain plan, a long-term plan I've wanted to put into action on full throttle if some things don't turn around within the next week or so.
That's mysterious.
Ominous, a little, even.
I've been 4 years unemployed, and I'm still looking for a job. So if I don't find a job within, if I'm not able to find a job in the next couple of weeks, I might be moving somewhere over the pond, maybe.
Which way over the pond? Like
over
Europe
here?
Or to America?
It's not much better over here, man.
Yeah.
It's really not. I mean, when I was unemployed for a year and a half, and I scored a job because they accidentally posted the job listing in the wrong section on Craigslist.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm having horrible luck with job searching over here. I apply for a job, comes after the closing date, no reply whatsoever, and that's been for.
I mean, that's normal right now in the industry, and has been for like 20 years.
I've had that happen to me about 100+ times in the past 2 years.
Well, how often do you reach out to them after you put in your initial resume application? All that?
About 2 days after the closing date's done. And then a week after that. Because over here, when somebody posts a job, do you wait a week, like a couple of weeks, to get loads of applicants, then close off applications? It's just all weird here.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I mean, I have cases where I applied to one place multiple times, and they, like, the very next day after I applied, they were like, sorry, we picked someone else for this. I'm like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's happened to me a lot of times too. And in some industries, if you apply too many times to multiple stores owned by the same companies, example, McDonald's, they just shut you off completely. Anyone by that name, address, and same CV, you will never get a freaking response from them again for a year, which is fucking stupid. But yeah, that's industry for you. Yeah, so my week's kind of been shit, but hopes are hopes.
Wow, English. I want to give you some moral support, but it's rough.
Trying to figure out some way to brighten your day up a little bit. And
sorry, man.
It's like, shit, I've been there.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I can't brighten your day, but I can appreciate your misery.
Yeah. Unemployed for
in
4
a
years.
non-delicious gloating fashion.
Yeah. Unemployed 4 years ever since I've left college. I've had a job here and there with family, but nothing proper. What can you do? Have to deal with the cards you've been dealt.
Throw away the deck and grab a new one.
Yeah, till you're able to do that. And I'm not in a position to do that at the moment.
Isn't that in the end being a prostitute or drug dealer?
No,
sometimes
what?
both.
No, what?
Good God, no.
Just figured that'd be like the last resort thing. Well, can't get a job here. Might as well do this.
Yeah, no. I have somebody over in the US that they are willing to put me up and saying there's a lot of jobs going where they're working because it's fucking Walmart. If I can't get a job anywhere here. But yeah.
It does vary on where you are or where you're going.
It does. It really does.
Look, if we're real lucky, all right, there's going to be like people in the YouTube comment section that are like, don't worry, English, I support you. And here's something advice. People who know more than me.
I have been to job centers, employability skill courses, and I'm currently with a government, a EU-funded company that tries to get unemployed young people into jobs.
Look, English, I want to give you a counterpoint to all of this, right? Your situation sucks, and it's by no means unique, but you're attempting to rise above it. Let me tell you a story about Barcelona. My mom was just there. Her cell phone was stolen. A bunch of the people she was on the trip with all had their shit stolen. Their unemployment rate there for males between the ages of 18 and 34 is like 70%. It's ridiculous. Their homelessness rate is one of the highest in Europe. And tourism is plummeting because people are just getting their shit stolen all the time.
Yikes. That's rough.
All right, look.
It's either America or Poland.
Listen, don't look to America to be your savior right now. We can barely keep our own shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's either America or Poland.
We can't even figure out how to treat our enemies, nonetheless our allies.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, you don't want to come over here and deal with all the social political bullshit that is just infesting everything.
Sid, here's the thing: in the UK, there's no such thing as freedom of speech laws.
That's true.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
Oh, you've got that politeness law though, where you have to be nice to other people.
Freedom of speech rights.
Yeah, they must rip that off from Canada.
I thought that was just passive trait.
Passive ability.
I thought when you picked Canadian race, that was just like a passive thing. It's like you can only be nice and have to say sorry.
Yeah, no, there has been a lot of people I want to say what I believe into, and I cannot say it. That's England for you.
No, I'm not trying to dissuade you from coming over here, but America isn't the promised land that it used to be. So
yeah,
bear that in mind.
I do know that, but it's been my long-term goal for a long time.
Okay.
Well, then I hope you come over then, and I hope you make it.
Well, thank you. I hope I do too.
Let me pull y'all sideways.
Sorry for being a bit of a Debbie Downer.
Yeah, just come to Canada.
No, screw Canada.
It's just cold, that's all.
Because their laws are freaking. Some of their laws are going downhill faster than freaking rock rolling.
Yeah, but their healthcare is amazing.
Healthcare over here is amazing too, but yeah.
And there's only 30 million people there. Yeah.
You don't have
It's true.
Granted, they're all in one or two places, but
look, we could spend all day talking about
more than 30 million people.
We could spend all day talking about how great Canada is. But I want to talk about Battletech, the video game. I haven't played all week. I got frustrated, man. I hit this one mission.
I actually haven't touched it all week either.
Yeah, like I hit a fucking wall. I drop on a 4-star mission, and I didn't think it was going to be that bad because I've been smoking them left and right. My lance is like the Highlander you get for the SDLF mission, and then like Dragon, Quintero, Grasshopper. So, like 1 assault and 3 heavies.
Mm-hmm.
We go in, it's like 2 assaults, 2 heavies. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Like, one of the assaults is always a Banshee, which has this, like, it's got like a PPC and an AC5, and that's the whole armament of the thing, but it's got like twice as much armor as any other mech in the game, and it's a nightmare to kill.
Drop the friggin' things.
I just keep letting it get behind my force and shooting me in the back while I wipe out all the other mechs because it can't penetrate my rear armor. But the problem is the reinforcement lance that shows up is also 2 assaults and 2 heavies, and it usually has at least 1 Jagger mech with like 4 AC5s that's just smoking me from long range. Like, they'll take out all of my damage mechs by just precise targeting, smoking me from long range. It's so goddamn annoying. Like, I can fight an assault lance and I can fight a heavy lance, but I can't fight a heavy and assault lance at the same time. And the map is designed such, though, it's one of these weird mountain maps where all of the enemies come in a straight line down a corridor and there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to run away. There's no forests. Like, it's literally just a fucking mountain ravine. And I tried 5 times to beat this thing. And one time I got so close and then they blew the arm off of the Highlander and then killed the pilot. And I was like, that's a 6 health pilot. You know how long it took to kill that guy? That's a long ass time. And I gave up.
Yeah, I've noticed about that game is like the difficulty is not like what it would seem.
It is inconsistent.
It's just super consistent at all.
Yeah.
I ended up in a similar situation with a contract that was supposed to be like, I'm running all light mechs. I didn't even have. I think I had my first heavy at that which I haven't played in over a week, so I'm still running just 2 heavies. I don't even have any assaults yet.
Oh no, don't worry. I don't even have an assault yet besides the one they give you for doing a story mission. It's really hard to recover assault mechs.
But I'm sitting there just this 2-star, which should be a friggin' cakewalk. And I would just I spent an entire night on it, like 5 hours, and I was just getting slaughtered. And it was nothing major either. It's just this weird thing where they were just suddenly hyper accurate and were sniping my pilots, and so I was having to friggin' save scum to try and work through it. And I ended up abandoning it. Fuck the contract.
I definitely noticed that there's like odd difficulty spikes, whereas like something that should be hard is for some reason a cakewalk, and other things that should be a cakewalk are oddly hard.
Yeah, there were other times where I'm like going through, I was like, oh god, those are some really nasty mechs. First shot, friggin' decap them.
It's the ones that like there's some missions that I completely avoid, like where you have to hunt down the
assassination missions where you have to kill one specific, often very large mech, and then like 2 lances will fucking show up out of nowhere and be like, "What's up, bitch?"
I don't really have trouble with that one. I mostly have the annoying ones is where you have to go take out the convoys. Convoys.
Everybody hates those convoy missions. Listen, convoy missions aren't that bad if you got jump jets.
Yeah, that's the thing, but it's just when they come around with like
I'm on that story mission where you have to stop the convoy from leaving, and you're facing down friggin' 2 full lances of mechs that are heavier than you are at the exact same time, plus turrets.
Yep, that just sensor lock you, and it's like definitely was like
sensor lock isn't that bad.
It depends. It depends if you have like a mech that's like able to build a whole bunch of speed evasion, and then they just like the turrets at the very end like double sensor lock, and there's a bunch of mechs that go before you, just plow you. It's definitely feels like it's like there needs to be ability to have like a second lance there that you can command.
I was saying that from day one. Where's my second lance?
Because it does sometimes feel like one lance is enough.
I would love to have a second lance and a third lance. I would love to just have a whole company on the field and just be destroying left and right.
I mean, you have the capability of running enough bays to run 12 mechs. Why not be able to run 3 lances?
And it's not like that. It would be difficult.
I feel like the bays were set up to encourage people to be like, I'm going to take a light mech on this mission because I have one available and they're really great.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
going to do that.
What the fuck? I might take a gunboat Jenner with jump jets to get behind somebody and try to one-shot them Kintaro style. But on the other hand, I could just bring a Kintaro.
Yeah, it's in the campaign. It's just like light mechs are pretty much useless to a certain point.
They designed it specifically so you could plan out like, all right, this is the style of mission, so I'm going to have these mechs that are custom fitted for this type of thing.
Yeah, they're like, don't bring laser boats on this mission, and I'm like, fuck you, my grasshopper is the best mech I got. I'm bringing that shit,
motherfucker.
I'm gonna run up to that dude. I'm gonna punch him, and 8 small lasers are gonna fly out of that shit. It doesn't matter whether I'm on a polar map or whether I'm on a burning hell. I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
especially since it's like,
it's just there's not enough incentivization. There's not enough differentiation to really warrant that.
I'll tell you what. I'm so annoyed I can't get an artillery mech. I'm still using my Centurion that I've been using since the beginning of the game with 3 LRM-10s. I want a fucking catapult. I want a stalker. I want, I don't know, like a guillotine or something. I don't think a guillotine's one. I got the wrong name for it. I mean, want something I can rain missile hell down on some motherfucker.
A catapult can only hold 2 missiles.
Yeah, but I mean, 40 missiles is better than 30, and it's definitely a hell of a lot better armored than my... Listen, to get 3 LRM-10s, an AC-2, and a medium laser... on a fucking or on a Centurion, you have to strip all of the armor off of that thing.
I mean, I just
like medium lasers will penetrate the armor on that Centurion, no problem.
I mean, I just threw off the ACs completely, and then the medium laser completely. It's just a missile boat. This is the thing, because I just have the plan for it. Is like, since indirect fire is overpowered as hell.
Yeah, it's great.
I can just have like him and another halfway missile boat sit in the back, just rain fire, knock it down. So that way one of the other 2 guys could just run up and call a shot in the center torso.
Pretty much.
It's like the game is very easy to abuse its system. It's also bullshit when it just
that's always the case with churn-based games like that.
That's true.
Is you can completely design everything you do around the churns and everything, which is probably something we should actually be doing more in this game. But
I mean, we kind of like mix it up with having like the leadership role for initiative.
There was some talk in Patreon chat today about how you guys have really, really bad job communicating tactics to one another.
Oh, we fixed that like last episode, though. We're better than we were in the first episode.
I wouldn't say fixed it, but
we're working on it.
Improved a little.
We improved a bit.
Yeah, listen, the thing about improving a little bit is it shows how long you have to go down the road.
That's true.
Any other interesting stuff happening? I got to tell you, if you haven't seen Infinity War by now, you've probably been spoiled by all the goddamn memes.
I have not. I've been avoiding that shit like the plague.
I've been avoiding it, and I still haven't seen it.
I've seen Black Panther. I will say that I've seen Black Panther last week.
I've been avoiding any spoilers like the plague.
Look, English, I've been beating the hell out of this girl for a while now, so I feel like we should just keep going on this one. Isn't Shuri awful? Like, literally the fucking worst character in the entire world? She's an actual Disney princess who is not nice, treats everybody like shit. Really? You're I feel like you're not agreeing with me on this one. That's fine. You're wrong, but that's fine. Fucking hate Shuri.
She's like my sister.
Yeah, she's like everybody's little sister. A horrible fucking monster.
No,
wow.
I bet my sister could be absolutely worse.
Look, When you throw someone in a giant simulated remote piloted helicopter cockpit, right? Your first reaction shouldn't be to scream at them, just fly the thing. It should be the manual's in the glove box, or the controls are intuitive.
He was an Air Force pilot.
Yeah, he was an Air Force pilot a decade ago. Now he works for the CIA.
Yeah.
And she's using advanced stealth, hover, helicopter technology, gunboat shit. Like,
yeah,
you don't just... Okay, let me tell you something, English. I don't know if you've ever flown a plane before, but it's not like a car. You don't just get in, put the key in, and you're suddenly able to use it.
I know.
I think you said you had. Have you?
I have flown planes before,
Cool.
yes.
Then you know that you can't just sit down in a plane and know how to fly the goddamn thing.
I mean, there's a point where it's like, say, fuck it, and just try to go for it.
That's not a thing, you... Jesus Christ!
No,
that's all I feel every time I try to fly a plane.
You never get a pilot's license, Pondo. Never get a pilot's license.
I mean, of course I don't.
If I got in a plane and someone was like, "This is my first time flying this thing, but I'm gonna get in. Fuck it, I can just make it work." I would be like, "Ticket back, please. I'm gone.
Course.
Get my luggage out the back."
If I had to, yeah, I wouldn't want to fly a plane if I didn't have to. If I had to, yeah, I'll pilot the plane just in order to try to survive. I have a basics of some sort of how to fly something.
I will say each like commercial airlines, their control systems a lot different than a fighter jet.
Of course.
But it's the same concept within how they control the plane. But like some airplanes have the dual joysticks, and most airplane pilots are taught how to do a single joystick and dual joystick. It's made to, they're constantly trained to be muscle memory. I know this because I used to be in the Air Cadets, and we got taught a lot of this as well. Also how to fire a gun and handle a gun properly. But yeah.
You know, when you come to America, we'll just assume that you know how that shit works, right?
Yes.
The gun part.
Yeah. The gun part, yes. I'm a gun nut myself.
I don't know.
Look, it's in the American Constitution. You can't become a citizen until you own a gun and then with hot dog in hand recite the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
Hot dog in one hand.
It's true. I saw it on a website. It has to be true.
Oh, god damn it.
God damn it.
Just like when you go into Texas and walk into a liquor store, they give you a free 6-shooter with every bottle of whiskey.
You know, when I lived in West Virginia, the most popular alcohol was a half keg of the cheapest vodka that you could buy in Morgantown, West Virginia. It was produced there for the university, and the sales for it were so astronomically off the chart. It beat things like Bud Light and Natty Ice and that kind of shit.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, it's just literally mini half kegs of the cheapest twill you could find. Most popular alcohol in West Virginia. It's crazy.
Oh god, there was literally this beer that we bought at this convenience store in Montana here, not that far away. That the logo was just beer. Just said beer on it.
I would trust that.
Brand had chunks of hops floating in the bottom.
All right, I would not buy that.
It's like, what the hell is this shit?
Seems legit.
Apparently, it's a thing, and apparently, it's wildly popular in some areas. Just brand beer.
I get it.
I do too. You know, it's just like another pet rock scenario.
Really? Pet rocks?
Yeah.
Is there a thing like that in the modern day? Like, I'm so detached from like high school and middle school and younger culture that, you know, I know like lit AF, woke, right? But if there was like a pet rocks thing, I'd be fucking clueless.
I mean, there was a pet rock thing back in the day.
Right. But I'm asking, like, nowadays, what is it, right? Like, The kids, do they play the Pokemon Go still? Like, how detached from reality am I?
Pet rocks are an ancient fad. They're not back.
Oh my god, I understand that. I'm asking, what are the pet rocks of the now?
I don't know about like what people in my generation are like about it. I just say it's a joke because it's funny to think of. It's funny to think of some guy just took a rock, was look at it, put some googly eyes on it, and then sold it to a bunch of people for millions of dollars.
Yeah, and then people try to sell literally nothing.
But there's been multiple things that I laugh at that people buy regardless, like fidget spinners.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fidget spinners.
Fidget spinners are popular because of Sword Art Online. You didn't notice, Sid? You didn't notice?
No.
Kirado's outfit is a fidget spinner.
What?
Go look at it. Look at it. His Master Swordsman outfit, when he's wearing the black coat, he's got a fidget spinner that holds together his whole outfit. Yeah.
I'm looking this up right now because
let's see here.
There's Kirito fidget spinner meme.
Yeah. Dude literally has been wearing a fidget spinner for years and no one ever noticed. It's been there all along, bitches. Before that guy ever designed that shit.
Oh my god, it is a fidget spinner.
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
Right, motherfucker. I
wouldn't call it a fidget spinner. it has the design of one.
It's a straight up fidget spinner. Does he just walk around just
No, it's a buckle for his random straps he doesn't need.
I mean, it looks like it's a buckle, but I think it's something just on the buckle. He just spins it when no one's around. That's why he's a solo player.
I forgot you're watching that show now.
I feel sorry.
You're a beta cheater, a beater, and I'm just like, really? Come on now, kid. Come on now.
I mean, it only gets worse after like the first part of season 1.
Yeah, the first 6 episodes are really good.
The absolute worst is the fucking movie.
The movie? Ordinal Scale?
No, the let me see
the one
I haven't
where
seen any of those.
Sword Art Online Extra Edition.
I'd like.
Where he gets they have like the extra little plot lines where he gets Excalibur.
No, yeah, it's basically just a clip show through most of it, and then they go through a boss raid, and that's it.
Yeah, it's a segue between the first and second season.
What?
I'd like to point out we've been live for 59 minutes and we've not even started.
I mean, of course.
I mean, look, we're 52 minutes into the 52 minutes 45 seconds. That's right, YouTube. You know I'm 100% accurate on that shit. Not that I'm using the OBS timer or anything.
Plus, we have no idea how long this is going to last. Because
I mean, look, it's Rad's not here. We're allowed to dick off and when Pondo is involved in a discussion, English, it's okay to keep talking until he gets bored and fucks off.
Besides, 59 minutes. We're still at least a half hour to go before we're at Okeanos levels of intro time.
I don't know that Okeanos ever broke an hour very often. Maybe like once or twice. But yeah, like 45 to 50 minutes for Okeanos was no big deal. Look, Sid, here's the thing. Sword Art Online mostly sucks, but Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online is literally destroying the internet with how good it is.
The game or what?
No, the new anime. It's done by Studio 3 Hertz, which are a new up-and-coming studio that have only like produced new original stories, which were fucking amazing.
So it's Sword Art Online. They're taking
Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online. It's written by an author who is obsessed with guns, who heard that Sword Art Online storyline had guns in it, and went to Reki and was like, "Listen, can I write a story inside your universe about guns?" And he's like, "Give me money and it's cool." And he was like, "Here's some dollar bills, y'all."
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I knew
it is an alternate story by a different studio and a different storyline, and it's fucking amazing.
See, I started looking at this yesterday, but I was like, shit, there's only 5 episodes. I've burned through that. And
well, guess what, motherfucker? You need to burn through that shit because it's amazing. It's really good.
I was looking at it. It was on my list, but I started watching Gurren Lagann.
All right. Well, Gurren Lagann is probably the better pick.
The first episode really didn't do much to pull me
for Gurren Lagann.
Yeah,
it gets better. It definitely gets better.
I was looking through and I was like, I was looking at like the placards in VRV and I'm like, do the animations get better on this?
Remember that Gurren Lagann is quite old now. I mean, it's almost
it's like 2000.
It's like a decade old, and it was one of the first works by the Trigger Studio. After Gurren Lagann, they broke away from Gainax, and that was the last good thing Gainax ever did. Since then, Gainax has been struggling to stay alive as a studio, and Trigger's been skyrocketing into the atmosphere with Darling and the Franxx. So, look, here's the deal. The first arc of Gurren Lagann really sucks. EQ is going to show up and be like, no, Gurren Lagann's a classical masterpiece. And, like, half the internet would tell me I'm wrong. But they're the ones who's wrong. Like, the opening part of Gurren Lagann really, really sucks. And then it gets a lot better. Like, a whole lot better.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's really not impressing me so far. But you know, everyone's like, Sword Art Online really sucks. I'm like, it's not that to me. It's not that bad of a show. It's no fucking Darling.
Look, here's the thing, Sid.
It's not a bad.
You just don't have a lot of anime knowledge, I think, is why you believe that.
I agree with Sid. It's not that bad. The second season is not great at all.
Second season. I mean, the second season is a horrible atrocity.
It's really weird and strange, and I watched it begrudgingly, I think.
Look, Sid, there will come a moment in Gurren Lagann where you were like, this show is average to this show is fucking awesome.
See, this is one I haven't watched either. I've seen Kill la Kill, but I've not seen.
I mean, Kill la Kill was awesome the whole time. Kill la Kill
is
fucking amazing.
I mean,
news speech and all.
I mean, the thing about Kill la Kill is it runs 100% all the time. There is never a moment in Kill la Kill where the characters are just sitting down and chilling out. Whether they're like getting a briefing from their teacher in a burned out building, people are physically moving on camera. Everything is going quickly. The recap episode of Kill la Kill takes like a minute and a half. They're like, here's the last 12 episodes of Kill la Kill in a minute and a half. I'm like, there are people who do recreators. They have a whole fucking episode 24 minutes long to do a recap. Over here, we got oh my god. Is there a series that's actually done a 2-episode recap besides like Naruto?
I feel like I've seen one. Naruto, I imagine One Piece.
That's just disgusting.
Look, here's the thing about Naruto though. It's 500 episodes long, and Shippuden's also like 500 episodes long.
Yeah, so it's like
in Shippuden they recap Naruto, and you're like, oh god, thank god they did that, because I couldn't remember shit after the Cake Ninja episode. I don't remember anything that happened in Naruto except Sasuke's a little bitch, and that Rock Lee fought some dude while he was drunk and got sliced up by some bone swords.
And then like One Piece is like 800 now. It's getting close to what
One
Naruto
Piece is a
was.
monster. Yeah.
One Piece is 835 episodes.
Yeah. Good luck binging watching that.
I'm at the current episode.
Now they ruined Naruto with Boruto, which is like, why?
Look,
why do that?
I thought Boruto had some really good stuff going for it early on. I think the series really dropped off when they stopped making it about Sumire, though, the class rep. I really liked her storyline and her being the ghost and like having cool friends and learning about friendship and then secretly murdering half the people in town. Like, everything about Sumire was great. And then they were like, also, Sumire's gone now from the storyline, and Boruto's gone back to being a fucking moron without her. That's it. I liked it better when people were getting secretly murdered. Outlaw Star? I actually just started rewatching Outlaw Star. I just got on Girls and Cats and Spaceships, which is one of the last episodes. Outlaw Star has aged very well. You know, there are a lot of shows that their animation and their plot and their voice acting, there's something about it that doesn't age well. I was watching Air earlier today. Their CGI is so shitty. Like, everybody's eyes are done in CGI, and since it's like 90s CGI, their eyes are like, what's up, everybody? And I'm like, oh my god, you're a fucking horror to look at.
I mean, that happens with almost any show, that it's some age
no,
better
because
than
with
others.
Outlaw Star, they did it all by hand. All the animations by hand. There's no CGI
I was just
at all.
talking about like how something doesn't age well. it's funny when you watch like old shows like
Trigun.
Well,
Trigun.
I was going to go with like more live action. Like it's funny seeing like in like
Power Rangers season 1.
That
yeah.
Yeah, I was like in Law and Order where like they're getting episodes where they're talking about like internet's terrible. It's going to leave a whole bunch of predators and stuff. You're seeing like these old.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Too.
Look, here's the thing: Law and Order will always have my respect for. Is it Ice-T? The guy that always,
that's SVU.
The guy that they call in for the drugs, right? He's like, they call it gingerbread cookies. My God, it's so good. Yeah.
Backwards, which you should never do.
The
Sid of flat caps to wear one backwards.
God, it's just started raining outside so hard it sounded like there was a vehicle engine running out in the driveway.
Yeah, I saw you take your headset off.
I was like, what the hell is going on?
It's darkness falling across the land, the end of days. Let's see here. I had an anime I wanted to recommend, but now I can't remember what it was.
Oh, I also took a look at Death Note on...
Ooh, I mean, all right, the first part of Death Note's really good. You're not a fan?
It's not my style.
Okay,
I'm not
that's
saying
fine.
it's
That's
bad.
fine.
It's just not my style.
I know, it's about dramatic writing, right? That's not for everybody.
Megami Tensei's.
Shin Megami Tensei? Really? That's your... The, like, precursor to Persona?
Yeah.
Ugh. First off, Persona has earned my eternal ire, right? Any video game that glorifies putting a gun to your head and pulling the trigger can fuck off forever.
Oh, you mean Persona 3?
Listen, I don't care which Persona it is. The whole series, for me, has been put with the death curse. It can fuck itself forever.
See, I've never even played a Persona game before.
It's very niche.
Yeah, people are like, Persona's the greatest! And I'm like,
I've
fuck that
played
shit.
all of them. I've played all of them.
Oh my God. Listen, we couldn't get Sid into Code Geass. It would be a problem, okay?
Oh,
it would be a very serious problem.
Yeah.
Sid would be showing up to the show with a cape on and be like, my name is Maxwell Harridan.
Trying to reveal his special eye.
I'm secretly the son of Katrina Steiner. I will now rule the inner sphere with an iron fist with my new age mecha. It's a very SidAlpha mecha series.
Yeah.
The presumption of arrogance in that show is very strong.
Yeah.
Oh, that's now presumption of arrogance.
Look,
that's like me.
let me tell you something, Sid. Honestly, half the time I can't remember that Code Geass is a mecha anime.
It's very...
When they talked about season 3 coming out a year ago, everyone was like, oh yeah, mecha anime. And I was like, there's not fucking mecha in Code Geass. It's a political thriller about a guy with an eye power who just fucks around with everybody. And they're like, no, for real. Like half the episodes are filled with mechs. And I was like, oh yeah, prove it. And then I rewatched episode 1 and I was like, oh shit, there are a bunch of mechs in this. All I remember is the cool plotline political thriller part. But yeah, there's a ton of mechs in this show. It's like all about mechs. The best parts are like the incredible arrogance every character shows where they're like, I've seen through your plan. And then Lelouch is like, actually, I've seen through your plan. And now you're my pawn. And I'm like, excellent. This is a good villain who's a hero.
I would never gloat like that, though. Not openly. I would
say it's like
think in how badly you got fucked, and that's good enough for me.
I would never gloat like that, you lying asshole.
Yeah, no. Code Geass is a pretty good anime. Now, if you want to watch sad animes,
no.
Clanad
After Story, no.
Yeah.
One thing that watching a bunch of different animes has taught me is that when it comes to visual media, I am extremely susceptible to the emotional impact, and I don't want to have to deal with that shit. So.
Clanad is... I'll tell you about Clanad. Clanad is basically an anime version of a
visual novel.
Yeah, listen. Visual novel. And then After Story, good God, it's like getting hit in the face with a sledgehammer shot from a cannon.
Look, Sid, I would never steer you wrong, and that's why this is my suggestion. You like Cancel, and I know you like cute girls doing cute things, and I know you like large explosions, which is why my suggestion for you is to watch Girls in Panzer, which is about high school girls that are in a club where you take live tanks and fight other high schools with their tanks in a death tournament where no one actually dies.
All right.
And all of the schools are also aircraft carriers.
Yes.
Did this?
I will suggest that myself.
Is this another one that just started up this year too?
No, it's actually pretty old, but there's a bunch of Girls in Panzer. So rather than make a second anime season, they're making 6 full-length movies to wrap up the series.
Oh Jesus!
Yep, I'll get you a link for it.
I mean, I've got Girls in Panzer here from Crunchyroll.
Yeah. So it'll be on Verve. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, I threw it in my watch list.
Good.
So.
Girls in Panzer is great.
Arthur has steered me well so far, so I'm trusting his judgment.
Yeah. Just like with Rad. I'm fucking sniper. I'm literally... Listen, if I was a Fate character, I wouldn't be an archer because I would actually use a bow. You don't see, Sid. The thing is, you don't get that, but it's entirely accurate.
No, it's completely accurate.
The only archer characters are those who don't use bows. The first archer character you meet is a dude who dual-wields swords, and they're like, the archer class is really made up of archers, and I'm like, no, it's not. There's a dude who uses spears that's an archer. Like, give me a break here. All the archers are in the saber class. I guess there was a berserker archer. That was a good one. All right. Are we ready to actually get this game started now?
Yeah, like about hours later.
We're deep.
Just sit here and talk about anime for another hour.
So we
like,
just make us a
We could.
podcast.
Yeah.
That would be extreme.
Have a podcast.
Look, that's the thing, right? Like in the 90s, you would say, let's make a band together. And now you say, let's make a podcast. It never actually happens, but it always sounds like a good idea.
I will say
I tried twice.
Yeah, I know you did, buddy.
Oh my God.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's a saturated ass field.
It is.
Yeah. Oh,
and actually putting together a podcast and having it work and flow well is really hard to do.
Oh yeah.
English, what do you got before we get kicked off here?
I will say this: at one point, the archer did actually use a bow.
Yeah.
To shoot swords.
It's a freaking like a giant ass long bow, Japanese long bow, but I can't remember.
Shooting swords isn't really
Fate or Fate Stay Night.
No, Apocrypha was the one that had actual archers. Atalanta was fucking kicking ass. All right, let's talk about where we are. We're in a parallel universe where our friends did not become mech pilots and all have been hired to work for the Ministry of Information, Intelligence, and Operations, aka the Federated Commonwealth's Intelligence Bureau. You are all under the command of Special Agent in Charge Gwendolyn Crimson, aka callsign Crimson. She is a sergeant major in the Special Forces, and all of you have been assigned due to your various skills, whether it is knowledge of Draconis Combine culture, knowledge of Lyran culture, or knowledge of use of small arms, and investigation skills. Investigation skills.
I know I got nothing.
You're a good investigator, aren't you? I think. Well, if you're not, you're the only one in the party who has any training in it.
I am.
Yes, I know you are.
I was there.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I forgot I had it honestly, but
You also have electronics and communications.
I have one in investigation.
Perception, electronics, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
not bad. So you are all on the dropship Boro Honte Honte, as it is 3 days out of planetfall. You're headed toward the planet Bremond in the Draconis March. This is the section of the Federated Suns side of the Federated Commonwealth that faces their ancient enemy, the Draconis Combine. The Draconis March is one of the most heavily armed and armored areas of the entire Inner Sphere. However, as you're being briefed by Special Agent in Charge Crimson, she says, all right, boys, as you know, Bremond is a member of the Draconis March, but it's the least heavily armed one. That's why we suspect that there's been some insurgency. That's why we, MI5 agents, are being sent to the planet in order to clean up on any domestic terrorists and put right any problems they've been causing. There's been a string of suspicious assassinations that are meant to look like Draconis Combine terrorists, but we suspect are part of a homegrown group with the following name. And she like hits the holo projector and the words Dragon Killing Sunspear show up. We believe, due to electronic intelligence, that the Dragon Killing Sunspear militia is attempting to cause the local government to go to war with the Draconis Combine. Now, we're 2 jumps away from the Combine border, which puts us in a position of risk, and there's only 1 regiment of militia on the planet. But if the Dragon-killing Sunspear are capable of riling up the populace as they've been attempting, they might be able to cause a border incident or even invoke an all-out war. The the MEO, there we go, that's better. The MEO is sending us here to prevent this, so don't fuck up. I'll be running operations from the dropship. The 3 of you will be investigating on the ground. Do you have any questions?
No, Sergeant. I think.
You can just say no, Special Agent.
No, Special Agent.
Fucking bandito.
Sorry?
None that I'm aware of. No.
No Special Agent.
All right, then. We'll be hitting ground in 3 days. Be heading to the local town of Rensfield. The mayor was killed today. Mayor Steve Gary. You'll be investigating the crime scene, securing any evidence you can find, and attempting to link it back to the dragon-killing Sunspear. Good luck.
I do have one question.
Yep.
If we're unable to find evidence, are we to fabricate evidence?
No, we don't need to fabricate evidence, but if you don't find any, do what you can in order to locate the dragon-killing Sunspear's base. We know that they exist. Whether or not they're behind this particular killing doesn't matter. We need to take them down specifically. We're just hoping they left something behind.
Understood.
That's good. I really feel like there needs to be of justice at the end of all that. Dragon killing spear of justice.
Sunspear.
Sunspear of justice.
Sunspear.
I'm sorry.
Ducks.
I forgot one thing of the title. That's a sin.
Ducks.
All right.
Now you must commit seppuku.
So the dropship touches down. What do you guys look like when you get off of the dropship? What equipment are you carrying? How are you dressed? I mean, are you walking around openly slinging your submachine guns and katanas on your back? Are you dressed like
probably not
private investigators or tax accountants or
pretty much how normally Bandito looks, but with a bunch of briefcases and stuff?
So a cowboy with a bunch of briefcases?
Essentially, yeah.
Briefcase in each hand? Gosh, I feel like a cowboy with a briefcase in each hand is like a cologne commercial waiting to happen.
Like, exactly.
He's rugged, but responsible.
It's a suitcase with all his weapons and stuff and everything, his equipment.
Goldfish would be like he normally is, but his outfit's more well used, so it's not like fresh tailored and everything, and he's more grizzled, as well as having the normal white. Well, not white. It's dark brown trench coat, short trench coat to hide his MG's flechette pistol.
So you are wearing your weapon on you.
Yes,
it's just hidden behind a trench coat.
Yeah, just like behind your back at your waist.
Yeah, it's just holstered. Like
so you're looking shady. I got it.
Yeah, you're looking shady.
It's like a freaking parka coat.
Look, as someone who owns 2 trench coats, I can tell you for sure, if you wear one, people are going to be like, is he carrying a gun under that?
I do think that a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
I said short trench coat.
Now we're coming here in an official capacity.
I mean, still, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Harridan going to show up in full uniform garb?
Do the local populace know that we're being contracted by the military to
so I mean, you're not being contracted by the military specifically. You all work for the CIA essentially. Yeah.
So, all right. So, I will not be carrying any weapons, and I'll be wearing fairly civilian-looking clothing.
I mean, fairly civilian-looking is a... Do you look like you're going to the Met Gala, or do you look like you're going to pick up a hot dog at a street vendor?
Or do you ask Benny to dress you up?
More hot dog at street vendor with like kind of loose-fitting fatigue, pants that look like fatigues, but they're not full-on camo patterns.
So you look paramilitary, basically.
Something like that.
Yeah. It sounds like an interesting sight to be seeing, like walking down the street in slow motion, just while some sort of theme song is going on in the background.
I feel like someone sees you guys leaving the passport office of the spaceport, and they're just like, "Are those guys filming a movie or something?"
Exactly.
Immortal Warrior episode 97.
Immortal Warrior 57, Dragon Clash on the Kingdom of Ice.
Keep your eye out for it.
Damn you, Dragon King. What was the name of it? Shit, I forgot. King Dragon. That's
King
it.
Dragon.
King Dragon.
King Dragon sends his regards. Archibald, no!
It was I. My machinations lie undetected for years.
Lysanderoth. Look, we can't just pro-ZD meme all day.
I mean, we could, but we shouldn't.
Yeah, right, we really shouldn't.
Do we have like a sort of base, like a ability or something that we have? Nope. Okay. So
nope.
Right.
Your Metal Gear Solid style SOP, procure on site.
All right. Yeah, so I guess we go head over to the place.
Yeah, we have to go investigate the murder, look for clues.
All right, you catch a rental car over to a location of the murder. It is still being secured at the order of Special Agent Crimson. And it's something of a problem because the crime scene took place at a intersection where there was a public parade being held that has a bank. And then on the other side is a large grocery market. And then on the long end of the intersection, so it's a three-way intersection. On the long end of the intersection is like people's apartment building complexes. And one of the complexes from the 8th story window is where they believe the shot was fired from. And so all of those places, for evidence reasons, haven't been able, like no one can go into the front door of the bank or the grocery store. And no one can use the intersection, so traffic is a nightmare. When you arrive, the police stop you at the cordon and are like, "I'm sorry, sir. We can only let authorized law enforcement agents in."
It's all right.
My identification out of my pocket. Hand it to him. We're expected.
He looks it over and he's like, "So, you're the guys then?"
Indeed. Special Agent Bandito, Special Agent Death Wish, and Special Agent Goldstack. Let's call Gold.
Is that what's on your badges? Your Mechwarrior call signs are the names on your badge?
Probably not.
So the rookie cop that's next to this guy is like, "Holy shit, they have code names. It's so fucking cool." The veteran cop is like, "We don't need no Fed rats here, okay? We can handle our own business."
Listen, son, look at my face, listen to my accent. Do I honestly sound like a Fed rat to you?
Indeed, he's very pompous.
It's true, I am.
He's a man that would get a hold of your manager and try to get you in trouble, all right?
So he's just like, "What are you even doing here? You're from the Lyran side, you're from the Free Worlds League, and he's from the Draconis Combine. Who are we hiring? Where are my tax dollars going?" And the rookie cop's just like, "Calm down, boss, calm down. We gotta let him through. They have cool code names." So he lifts the police tape so that you could go through, and the veteran cop is just like, "That's it. I'm calling my union rep."
Ask him for a raise. Keep walking.
Shake your head. All right. So how bad is this? I'm guessing the body's still there and everything.
Yeah, so there are 50 folding chairs that have been set out before a wooden platform with a podium on it. There is a enormous streaking blood stain that goes from the podium like out past the platform onto the street.
So is it like, is the splatter going to where he would facing if he was standing at the podium?
It's facing away from him. So if he was standing at the podium and facing the podium, it's heading behind him.
Okay, so it came from the Gotcha. All right. See if probably, I don't know if we're able to investigate yet. I'm guessing we are.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I'll check the body, double check, see where the exact. I don't know if I can see where the exact.
Okay, so the body's not here because it's been 3 days and it would get awfully warm. When you ask about it, one of the cops who's holding the police line is just like, "You'll have to head to the local mortician's office. They've been holding it in cold storage there for you. They said they were going to do a full autopsy as soon as you gave the authorization."
All right. I think I'm going to go check to see if there is a bullet shot or bullet hold where maybe seeing where the angle might have hit the ground, or check to see if there, because there's usually like this whole draping propaganda thing that they have set up behind it. It's like blah 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 for mayor or something.
Yeah, I've seen numbers. I know how this works, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna backhack the line of attack and the angle with the velocity and the humidity of that day in order to determine where the gunshot came from.
Exactly.
What tool, like, do we have any investigational tools? Like,
I mean, you have whatever you've got on your character sheet, so probably not.
Probably not.
Okay, damn it.
All right, I'm just gonna take my piece of string here.
You need to make an investigation check. It is difficulty 9.
I have a 3.
Do you have
Anybody can help me out?
Yeah, I'll pass you a +1 on that.
Okay.
Okay.
1 on investigation.
So we're rolling at a 4.
I'll be able to do the help with the postmortem, so don't worry about that.
Death wishes, go sip your tea or something. I don't know what you do.
I'm like already just reading a flask or
Gosh,
something.
when Death Wish isn't in charge, holy shit.
Yeah.
You get an 11. All right.
No, more than that. That's 11 plus 4.
You
so
get an 11
15.
on the die.
Yeah, 11 on the
15.
die, 15 in total.
You determine with great accuracy the time of death just from like an angle. It was instant. This guy died instantly as soon as he got shot. Based on the angle, it did come from that 8th story apartment building. And with further look, you determine that given the bullet's deformation, even with these fragments, it was definitely fired from a certain rifle caliber that's commonly used within the Federated Suns called a Zeus long rifle.
I think I'll be making myself useful, like taking notes as Pondo recites all this off in bastard
Zeus,
detective mode.
Zeus rifle caliber, something, whatever the caliber would be.
Yeah, I mean Zeus is basically like Winchester. It's
He's a right-hander.
Yeah, it's a right-hander.
I don't think you could tell which hand fired a rifle based on where the bullet lands. So
there's at least a 5 meter per second wind speed coming in, if not the bullet. Just all this ridiculous stuff.
5 meters a second wind speed in the middle of a crowded intersection.
Stuff down, and he's like, "Listen off. Had a bologna sandwich for lunch. 2 iced teas." I'm like, "What?"
No.
Are you writing down my lunch list? All right. I think next step is I don't know how much else there's left to investigate here. I think we need to look at I can tell. I doubt I can tell which exact
sort of
room it could have came from.
What was he up here giving a speech for?
Re-election.
So yeah, what I figured. Can I tell like which? I don't think I can tell which exact apartment it would come from.
No, you definitely determine which one it's from. There's one with a busted out window that the police have taped off, and you're 100% certain that that's where the bullet came from.
I think go check out the apartment next. If there's, I don't know what else is down here besides.
I would suggest checking if we're able to check if either the bank or the grocery store has exterior cameras that we're looking on towards the parade to see if we can, by chance, see if there's anyone that was in the audience.
Obviously, if it was a re-election campaign, there are probably going to be news cameras. We could see what those recorded.
See if we can get confiscate those videos and see if we can actually get any facial identification, or at least.
So are you going for those videos, Goldhirsch?
I will go for those videos.
All right, so when you get into the bank, the security guard immediately comes over to you and is like, son, like he's got his hand on his weapon. He's like, son, I'm going to need you to take the gun out slowly and put it on the ground and disarm.
I grab my coat and open it, showing off the already pre-opened identification.
He's like, okay, take 2 steps towards me. I need to take a look at that.
I do so.
I guess we're letting just anybody get one of those badges nowadays.
Well.
So he takes his hand off of the pistol. But you can tell he doesn't like you.
Yeah.
What can I do for you, special agent?
I'd like to have a look at your security surveillance videos for your exterior cameras.
Okay, so so just a reminder, like all of the bank employees are here, but no one is here because they can't get in the front door. Because everything's closed off. So yeah, he takes you back into the back area where you're alone with him. He starts rewinding the holo footage, and you see the day of the attack 3 days ago. The mayor of Renfield is like standing on a podium and is like, and I'm telling you, the first prince supports peace with the Draconis Combine. We can begin rolling back our local defenses, cutting costs with the militia. We no longer need to stand against the dragon with such harsh and terrible measures that take away the freedoms of our citizens. And like as he says that, his head snaps back and there's fucking blood everywhere. You watch the window bust out on the 8th floor of the apartment building, and about half a minute later, the cops are like swarming the area, and ethnically Japanese man stumbles out of the front of the apartment building with a gun in his hand, and the cops just open fire and shoot him. And he basically dies instantly from like 30 gunshot wounds.
Do we see any other aspects of the building?
Which building?
The apartment complex where the shots were fired.
We haven't
can't see inside it. Yeah, you haven't seen inside it.
From the video camera, can we see anything besides the face of the building? Could we see like someone sneaking out a side door or anything like that?
They don't have cameras there.
Yeah. For the bank anyway. So let's see. He stumbles and he's holding the gun. Well, a person like that.
How clearly can we see the guy's face?
The guy's dead.
Yeah, the guy who stumbles out of the front of the building, you can see it pretty well.
And he's been shot dead by the police already.
So suspect, but may not be it.
Yeah. Let's see.
So this bank officer you're talking to is just like, yeah, that's the guy. That's the one who shot the mayor. Piece of shit.
What is the gun that looks like?
The gun that's in his hand is a Nambu auto pistol. It's an SMG that's produced on the planet Hachiman. It's a really stereotypical Draconis Combine gun. Super cheap.
I'm guessing the rifle they use is not small.
No.
Regardless, right?
Nope. This is like a 9mm, and that rifle bullet is like fucking huge.
Yeah, so I'm guessing there's no way that you had left up. This is probably not our guy.
Yeah, no, because I'm thinking since he's stumbling, he's probably been knocked.
And when he comes out of the building, does he look like he's getting pushed out?
Make a perception roll.
I'll help. Or should I do it? No, I probably can't since he's the one looking.
Perception.
I have a +4, but that doesn't mean much if I'm just helping.
Yeah.
Good luck, Sid.
I just have a flat roll on this, so if you're helping, then it's +1.
You need an 8.
Oh,
you got an 11. Okay. Yeah. You can tell that this guy is definitely drugged. Like his pupils are enormous when you zoom in. His eyes are rolling back. It's clear that the cops on the scene don't have time to notice this, but you've got time to like zoom in, do like replay, enhance quadrant 4 over and over again.
Yeah, do analysis on the scenes.
He's completely off balance, and the gun in his hand, he looks confused, like how he doesn't really realize that it's there.
Yeah.
Definitely not our guy. All right. I think our next step is to see.
I'd like to make a copy of this video.
Yep. So the bank officer's just like, can't believe I'm working with a fucking Drac. All right.
Yeah, I wasn't born a Drac.
He's like, you speak with them Drac accent though, don't you, boy?
Not my fault. I spent 4 years trying to become a doctor.
Why couldn't you become a doctor in some place like the Federated Sons?
Because he liked killing too much.
That's where I was dropped off.
Your story is confusing.
I'm gonna leave before this very thick soup filled awkward area gets any worse.
Yeah.
Let's go head over to the apartment, check that out real quick. Then let's go.
Okay.
See if
you head up into the apartment. The listing says that it's for rent at the front door. There's a police officer guarding the door, and he's just like, hey, listen, guys, I know it's a mess in there, but we didn't leave it that way, right? Like, it came that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this...
Are there cameras on the exterior of this building?
Nope.
Is this guy acting weird in some way?
I mean, for a dude who's supposed to be guarding a crime scene, he's pretty nonchalant. He's literally... Let's put it this way. He's literally eating a donut in front of you.
Does this happen a lot for you, bud? Like,
he's just like, I mean, no, it's not often we have to hold a crime scene open 3 days for a multicultural team from the Federated Sons High Command to show up. Donut shop.
This guy... I feel like I'm having a hard time getting a read on this guy. I don't know if this guy is to be trusted or not. I don't know if there's a way to tell.
Perception.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. All right.
Perception.
I'm going to go down back to the front desk and ask if they've got I can see the interior.
That is a number 15.
Yeah. So it's not that this guy's untrustworthy. He just hates all of you. Right?
Oh, okay. So it's
like,
about standard.
You've seen this before. It is standard. They're local cops. They feel like they've got this case locked up. They have a alibi. They've got a story. They've got witnesses. They think they've got a slam dunk, and you guys are going to show up and fuck everything up, and you're going to be like, but look at this evidence here, blue, 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 procedures, and they're just going to get super pissed because they're going to look like morons. Yeah, I just hate you.
Okay, so that's all right. Let's just assume that's going to be everybody's case.
Goldhurst, you're going down to speak with the super of the building?
Yes, see if I can get to see the security cameras.
Yeah, when you get down there, the woman who runs the building is just like, security cameras? What do I look like? I'm made of money? We don't have security cameras in this building. This isn't the Draconis Combine. This isn't the Capellian Confederation. This is the Federated Sons. We're freedom-loving people.
Fair enough.
Apparently,
Thank you for your
the apartment's for rent, though, if you were sticking around for a while. I'll give you a discount. I died in it.
could be useful after it's cleaned up, but I'll keep the idea.
I can get you in touch with a good cleaner.
I think the police will most likely have the forensic cleaners fix it up. Oh, well, somewhat.
I thought that was you guys.
Let's go take a look at the room.
Indeed.
So,
all right.
Paradin and Gray both go into the room.
Let's get my white gloves on.
So, for all this talk about how messy it is, it's actually pretty empty.
I come back up to.
Is there like the classic? There's a table set on front of the window.
No, there's a chair set in front of the window. It's a studio apartment, and the only utilities in here are like a small mini fridge. But there's a trash can next to the fridge that's like filled with garbage. There are a number of shell casings around the area. You recognize the shells immediately. They're Draconis Combine ammunition, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're for a very common rifle. But what's interesting is that this ammunition also works with Zeus rifles, right? They're the same caliber.
Right, the same
and they're close enough that without too much alterations, you can fit them in either gun.
Right. Okay, so I'm guessing there's no, I don't know if there'd be any particular way, like, because I think this guy's been sitting in here a while, judging by all the trash in the mini fridge that he was posting up, waiting, getting a shot. Probably go look at the, I don't know, garbage, see if there's like, for some odd reason, he was stupid enough to leave like a note.
So
receipts or something like that.
The garbage goes back about 6 days is the earliest. So, you know, like they went to Wawa and got sandwiches with the label on it. It goes back about 6 days. And it looks like whoever it was went out to get the same sandwich regularly at a place around the corner every 6 hours.
Okay.
Wonder if that place around the corner has cameras.
That'd be my second guess. Anything in the fridge of interest? Just fridge stuff.
In the fridge are 4 water bottles and also a thermos. Like a soup thermos.
Yeah. I'm feeling that I shouldn't open this up. I'll grab the thermos.
Okay. When you grab the thermos, you hear the rattling of metal inside metal.
Every part of me is wanting to not open this right now and fear it might be some bomb. Hey, Deathwish, you want to open this for me and I go in another room?
What a dick. What a fucking dick.
He's like in the room for me, so...
You're muted, Sid. You're muted, but I understand because Pondo's a dick.
I'll open it.
Turn and look at it.
You're sure you're going to open it?
Really?
Wait, can I go to
I'm just messing with you. Yeah.
Wow.
When you pop it open,
and I bought you a birthday present, you son of a bitch.
There are 9 rounds of ammunition of this Draconis Combine style. They're called Ronin rounds, all packed in there.
Huh. Is it the same caliber?
Yes.
That would work with? Okay. So that's how you've been hiding the ammunition. I don't know if I could take this as evidence. Probably. I probably will.
Well, most likely.
I'll take that. I'll take a couple of receipts to get time references for when we need to see this guy. See if, like, it's for probably it's 6 days back, so I'll take one receipt. I'll take a couple of receipts of the 6 days. Get like, so it's like, okay, he was here at this time. So yeah,
we have timestamps to work with.
So take the receipts to get the exact times and all that. So
could I check one of the bullets that was in the thermos?
Yep. What are you looking for?
All right, I'm just going to stay away from him.
I wanted to see if they were, if they've been either attempted to be modified to, or they've been removed from a magazine.
Okay. Make a small arms roll. Difficulty is 9.
Small arms. Small. Where's my small arms?
I can aid on that.
Small arms for all benefits. A 3.
So you have 4 because I'm not helping because I'm staying away in case it blows up.
I'll help with it. We're actually tight on that.
I'll just be behind like a doorway, like slightly peeking
Fuck
over.
y'all's rolls tonight.
14.
Yeah, we've been rolling fire tonight. It's going to go bad.
So you're analyzing these rounds. They have been modified. These specific rounds have been hand modified to be subsonic ammunition.
So that's very so used to.
Some of the powder's been removed and the bullet's been reset.
And while you're looking around, you actually find the shell casing that was fired from the gun that they hadn't found yet in between one of the floorboards. The shell casing very obviously has tool marks from where the hammer hit. That is indicative that it was fired from a Zeus, not from the Nanbu SMG that they thought.
Are there like any possible loose floorboards within the place?
Yep, ton of them.
Guys, I think we found the killing shell.
What's in? I'm so worried this guy has booby trapped this place. I don't. Yeah, what? Maybe kind of.
But if he did, your sixth sense would trigger.
Indeed.
Yeah. So
your paranoia serves you well, Pondo. But
I put the Zeus case into a plastic bag and seal it and put.
Okay.
I'll like look into where like some of the lowest floorboards are, see what's in there.
All right. You begin pulling up floorboards. In some places, you find spackled mud that has fallen between the floorboards. It looks kind of recent, but there's not mud on the floorboards. Only stuff that's fallen between.
Spackled mud. I'm going to. It sounds like they're patching up holes. Can I do like the thing where you just like go around the walls, like tapping your fist or something?
I'm talking about like mud, clay mud.
Oh, clay mud.
Yeah, spackle, not like spackle. You'd fill
spackling.
When I'm saying spackle, I'm talking about like this, like mud has dripped through in small pools.
Someone had muddy boots, but they cleaned the floor afterwards. This was left.
I'd like to. I'm going to take a sample of that mud.
Okay.
I think while he's doing that, I'm going to go look, see if there may be any possible mud tracks out of like one of the entrances or something.
Yes, it's an apartment building.
That's true.
I'll say this. The mud tracks outside the apartment building are a different color than the mud that you have in this bag.
Like
I checked how many.
It's darker color.
Darker color, so it's wetter.
Or it's just a different type of soil.
Different mineral.
Yeah, different.
How many back entrances are there to this place? There's obviously the front entrance.
Yeah. There is one front entrance and one back entrance.
Okay.
So while you're out at the back entrance looking for mud spots, a guy wearing sunglasses and, like a $300 suit comes up to you and is like, "Oh, you're the guys, huh?"
Yeah. And who might you be?
What guys are you referring to?
You're the investigators that I've been waiting for.
And you are, sir?
I am the deputy mayor. With the unfortunate assassination of my colleague, I've had to take up the office myself, and I've been waiting for you guys. Can you solve this case? The local police seem like they have no idea what's going on. Can you tell me any new information?
I'm sorry. So we're in the middle of our investigation at the moment.
No, that's okay. No, you work for me. I'm a member of the Federated Sons government of the local area. Okay, look, here's my identification. I'm Deputy Mayor Rodney Dangerfield.
Does this guy seem like he's up?
I mean, he's got a security detail next to a hover SUV that are all wearing dark sunglasses and black suits with obvious bulges near the shoulder area.
So
it seems like he's trying to weasel the information out of us.
Yes, it does seem like he's trying to weasel the information out of you.
So it's like, well, sir, we can't quite confirm what we got right now. We're still putting it under thought, and we can't really quite say anything outright.
Look, I'm sure that there's been some obstructionism around here. The local police haven't been as cooperative. Maybe some of the citizenry has been getting in your way. I can remove those obstructions if you play the game with me. Look, I'm just trying to get reelected. Rodney for reelection, okay?
Yes, sir. Well, we've been, I think, we've been working with. There's not really much that has been seen that's of interest to us currently. So, we're just taking what we got right now, which isn't really much at all, and we're going to put our heads together later and see if we can get something out of it. And after that, we'll see if we can. We'll tell you what we got. All right, sir.
You're saying that then that what the police are saying is true, that you found no new evidence, and that this deranged psychopath from the Draconis Combine, in fact, did this crime. That murdered
anything of the sort, sir. What we are saying is it would be premature for us to disclose any details at this time.
Indeed.
Thank you. So I'm sure you're quite busy with your re-election campaign, and we wouldn't wish to keep you any longer than necessary.
Okay, well, here, take these pins. He hands you Rodney for re-election flag pins.
Uh-huh. Thank you, sir. Very kind.
You boys have a good time. If you need any local government resources, you call me, okay? I'll get everybody out of your way. I'm the mayor.
Yes, sir. Good luck with re-election.
Oh, thank you so much.
I thought the mayor was the guy that got creamed over there a few days ago.
I'm the deputy mayor,
he's the deputy
and now that
mayor.
he's dead, I'm the new mayor.
So now he's trying to get rid of it.
So you're the acting mayor?
Yes, exactly.
I would like to make one request. If we so deem need it, would we be able to have access to any of the forensics facilities within the planet?
Of course. Well, I can't give you on the planet, but within the city, I could give you that.
Yes, within this.
I mean, I could make some calls about the planet, but I'm still getting settled into the job. It's only been 3 days. I'm arranging the funeral. The man didn't have a wife. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's been a bad time. And the body is still at the morgue. Like, no one is letting this body go.
What ethnicity does the mayor look like?
I mean, he's like full on Federated Sons, like
gotcha.
Weasel,
vaguely French English.
Gotcha. All right.
His racial class is Weasel?
Yeah, for sure. Yep. I mean, just to give you a quick physical description, he's got black hair, dark brown eyes, kind of ruddy skin, and then, he's tallish, but only in an average way, like not much past 6 foot.
Oh, you mean like my
kind of fit?
So you mean like my country's previous prime minister, the pig fucker?
Yeah, I can't comment on that. I don't know of anyone with the name pig fucker.
No, it's a joke because he literally fucked a dead pig.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We'll be on our way, and wish you a good re-election.
Rodney for re-election.
It was a very nice jingle.
Just tell everybody, okay?
All right, I'll be sure to do that.
So as he turns away, he's like, okay, you guys saw that? The local government is in support of me now. Put down that the investigators from the Federated Sons support Rodney for re-election. Okay, good? The guy that's writing it down is just like, eh.
I look at him.
After they are gone, I'm gonna see if any of them try to tail us, and then I'm gonna kind of motion for the others, give me their pins real quick, so I can check them. No. I just want to see if there's maybe.
Oh, you think he might be
sort of
a listening device on us?
Listening or tracking. Or camera. I don't know. I don't know how small and good these devices are in this universe.
Would appraisal or computing do that?
Security systems.
I got a 0.
I cannot.
Yeah, I cannot attempt on security.
All right, we're going flat roll with this. Okay.
Roll 3d6 instead of 2d6, and you're gonna take the 2 worst.
Shit.
Ooh.
All right.
That's a 1 and a 3. You really can't get much worse than that.
Oh shit.
And
Yeah,
that's a
no.
1 and a 2. So, yeah. You get a pair of 1s. You fumble so hard on this. You are playing around with your badges, trying to figure out whether or not they're, bugged or not. And then you drop one, and it bounces off into the street. And a local paparazzi's just like, oh. And he's just like, you guys are the investigators from the Federated Sons, aren't you? I see that you're in support of the deputy mayor. What do you have to say about his beliefs on the Draconis Combine?
We don't know what that is, and you have a nice day.
So you're in support of the mayor and his campaign for more funding to take on the Draconis Combine.
We literally just got here.
No comments. No comments, and we do not give you permission to print any of our image.
He's like, this is a free press. I can do whatever I want.
And this is a legal country, planet. I will sue you.
I mean, we can't sue you, yeah.
Without my consent.
He's just like, I know my rights. Come at me, coppers. Starts running down the street with this camera like, gleefully, like, yeah, this is the big time now, boys.
Should we go after that guy or just leave him be?
Leave him be.
If we go after him, we'll probably just make things worse.
Yes.
All right, let's just get going.
Okay, where are you going to?
The shop around the corner.
All right, you head to a pastrami shop. It's called Deli by Nikos. It's a hole in the wall. It's literally, you can't even go inside. It's literally just like a serving window. Inside, there's a very burly man with a no-sleeve shirt with a lot of chest hair and arm hair, with a greasy apron, just like, what do you want? We got pastrami on rye, we got pastrami on wheat, pastrami on white.
Did you just have pastrami?
Yeah, all we got is pastrami. It's literally called Deli by Nikos. You want something else, Joker? I can special order it for you. Maybe you want a roast beef sandwich, an Italian.
I would love a pastrami on rye, please, sir. Thank you.
Very well, a pastrami on rye. So he like starts making it, and he's like, "Where you boys from?"
Off planet. Just go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't figure that one out.
Can I ask? Is there a
I like this one
within the hole in the wall?
Is there a what?
A camera.
A security camera.
Yeah, you look around. There doesn't seem to be any cameras.
Yeah, I'll take a pastrami on. I don't even remember what the options were. I'll just take a pastrami on rye
or wheat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's just like, oh, you want a second one of the same order? Okay, well, now I'm making the big money today.
I'll have a pastrami on white, please.
Oh, now this is a man who knows what he wants to order, a pastrami on white. Several minutes later, you have incredibly greasy, smoky pastrami sandwiches set out in front of you with some giant-ass pickles with a toothpick through them on the side.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, I get much business out here, man.
The local neighborhood's not bad. We don't get a lot of off orders like yourself. Lately, the cops have been coming by on the regular because, there's some hubbub down the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the day of the parade, that was some good sales,
Can imagine.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be. They changed the parade route at the last second.
Well, they did.
Yeah, parade wasn't supposed to end there. It was supposed to end way down outside of the city. Cited some sort of security concern, and they ended up there.
I was taking like a couple bites. It's like, man, this is some good stuff. I imagine you got a lot of regular customers, don't you, bud?
Yeah. The local neighborhood, the kids love the Nikos. They're all coming around going, Nico, Nico, knee.
Like my sandwich is already half gone.
What's funny is Sid is the only one here who doesn't get that one.
No, I got it.
I know.
Yeah.
Sid's the one who doesn't get it.
God damn it, Arthur.
Just kids? Is that it?
Well, I mean, a working man comes by here every day. Everybody comes by Nikos. We're a family-run institution of the neighborhood. My grandfather founded Nikos. My father worked here. I work here. And one day, when I adopt a child, my son will work here as well.
What is like the local? What kind of group is around here? Is it just all Federated Sons, or is there Draconis Combine coming down around every now and then?
So he's just there's like that guy that they shot and arrested for killing the mayor the other day. He's a Draconis Combine, what do you call them? They're expatriates. People who want to come across the border for our freedom and our guns.
Right.
Trying to take our jobs, You think you're going to take away Nico's shop from Nico? No. You're not taking... Yeah, that stuff. Look, most of the people here are ethnically from the Federated Sons. Their great-grandfathers, their great-great-great-great-grandfathers, all of them came here on a dropship and set things up. Draconis Combine moved in for a few years, a couple hundred years ago, but they didn't do anything to the local populace. This isn't Kentaris.
Just
Now, should we ask him about the receipts? Or
do you have any security cameras around here?
Security cameras? Why would I need security cameras? It's a good neighborhood.
Burglars, it's a good neighborhood, but every once in a while...
If anybody broke into Nico's, I would just shoot them with a shotgun.
So you live here?
I live up top.
Right. What about recently? There was an individual who might have come by your shop rather frequently, about every 6 hours or so.
Oh, I know the guy you're talking about.
Could you describe him?
So he slides over the bill for you, and then leaves the pen pointing at the tip section.
I slide over, I don't know.
How much would the bill be?
About
24 C bills.
I slide over 500 C bills.
Oh, he's just okay. Yeah, I know that guy that you're talking about. Blonde hair, blue eyes, 6'4", look kind of rugged, outdoorsy type. Was always walking around with muddy jeans and boots. Never sat right with me. Had a weird look in his eye. And he came by every 6 hours like clockwork and always ordered a pastrami on rye. And whatever the futuristic version of a Coca-Cola is.
Pepsi Cola.
Yeah.
Coca Pepsi.
Com soda. I like that.
Yeah, com soda.
You got a com suds.
That sounds like Zad a character. I'm guessing that's more of someone along the lines of Federated Sons than Draconis Combine, right?
Yeah, I mean, blonde hair, blue eyes is kind of associated with the Lyran Commonwealth, but they've been combined with the Federated Sons for, 20 years now.
Right. So Lyran Interesting.
Federated Commonwealth.
Yep.
And that's all you see of him? He just comes by here every 6 hours?
Well, yeah, he was, in his, early 20s, kind of, quiet type. Just, wouldn't meet my eyes when I talked to him. He wasn't like you people,
Do you know of anywhere nearby the city that he could have gotten all muddy like that?
Any construction or anything?
Oh, I mean, 2 hours outside the city up the road, there's that, it's a nice fishing place. Everybody goes out there, tries to catch the king of the lake. There's a bunch of fishing cabins up there, a lot of boats, connects out to the ocean. If you got a shallow drafted boat, you can go anywhere on the planet from up that river.
Did he ever speak to you at all? Did you catch his name?
I mean, he did speak to me. He said, Nico, I want a pastrami on rye and a calm soda.
Thank you. Very.
Thank you for all your help.
Thank you for your help.
I'll slide him another 100.
All right, yeah, it disappears instantly. His hand goes over the counter, and the $100 bill is gone.
Wonderful pastrami. I'll make sure to tell my friends about it.
Yeah, indeed, great sandwiches.
As you're leaving, he's like, "Remember Rodney for re-election."
Shit. All right. I guess we all leave then.
Right. So, should we?
Are there any other buildings around here with any security cameras that we'd be facing?
Grocery store.
Shop.
The grocery store was on the front side, not the back side.
Wait, was the shot on the front side?
Yeah.
You're shot on the front side. Yeah.
I want to check check the.
Well, we could check the video footage we have that we already for the timestamps to see if he was coming out to the front.
Indeed.
I can tell you this.
I don't think because I'm pretty sure he went out the side door, not the front door, because he didn't leave that gun behind.
Yeah, I will tell you this now.
Is there? I don't know if there's a way that we can check local. I don't think you can get a Zeus cannon in General Market, can you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Is there a way to check local firearm purchases?
Nope. This is like America. No keeping firearmless. Okay. Welcome to the freedom of the Federated Sons.
All right, so we can't follow that. Well, you can. You do keep names on lists to the serial number of the weapon.
Not here. Yep. Freedom. Welcome to the future of America in the 80s.
So obviously it's someone. It's not Dracon's Combine.
Yeah.
It's obviously
they have is innocent. Was the person obviously they have
was set up in the...
or is he still alive?
I mean, he was shot over 30 times. He was definitely super dead.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So
someone who pinned it on him.
Yeah.
The man is a screen door.
I'm guessing the guy set up shop at not shop, but he apparently goes to the fishing hole up north. I think we should go check up there next.
I still want to check the grocery store cameras and then rent out that room.
Okay.
I'll go back to.
You don't see anything different on the grocery store cameras. Everything plays out just from a slightly different angle.
We're going to check back through for timestamps to see if we could catch this guy coming and going.
Because
we have the timestamps of when he bought the sandwiches.
Your suspect, right?
Yeah.
No, he never exits or enters through the front door of the apartment building. You don't see him.
So he's smart.
There is no camera at the back door.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing there's no buildings with cameras facing that.
Nope, it's a residential district.
That's what I figured.
Fair enough.
I think our next step probably check out the one place. Oh, yes, can I get information on the deputy mayor?
Yeah, what are you looking for? I mean, you pull up your local, internet. You connect to the local Comstar net.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm trying to think what might benefit us or might get us some information.
Thank you for choosing Comstar.
Welcome to the monopoly of the future.
Family history, possible connection, family ties with other stuff. Obviously, I can't look for past.
Now, is there a local officer that we're supposed to be liaising with at all, or
just your contact, Crimson?
Yep.
You guys are in charge here.
The best timeline.
There was a murder. There was a murder, so obviously there'd be a detective in charge.
Yep. Yep.
Local police department.
I mean, you can go talk to them if you want, but, you know...
We don't have to talk. We don't have to...
They've literally already closed the case on this one.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to the local, you know, head detective?
I don't really think there's much of a
I'd
point
like
for
to
us.
get a look. I'd like to get a look at that gun they have.
Okay.
But I'll
The
do
auto
that.
pistol?
Yeah, see if there's any prints on it that aren't of the dead guys, as well as the autopsy of the mayor and the dead guy.
I imagine they already, like,
No,
printed
they're
it.
not.
I
No,
think...
because I think since they've got the guilty with the murder weapon, they wouldn't really dust it down for prints or anything. They'll just roll with it.
Okay.
That's true. We should probably get a hold of that and try and pull some fingerprints.
So you're heading to the local police department to speak with.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to on the way. I also want to contact the morgue or wherever the body.
They're at the police station.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I want to call ahead then.
All right. You get the
toxicology tox screen on the Draconis Combine guy.
All right. Yeah. So you order a tox screen, and the attending is just like, okay, all right. You need a tox screen. Anything else? Like maybe a full autopsy? There's not much of the skull left, so I can tell you that they died from a gunshot wound to the head, but
not yet. We just need a tox screen on the Draconis Combine character. We're actually on our way now. We were just giving you a head start.
Oh, yeah. The expatriated guy, you know, the suspect, whatever they want to call him.
Yeah,
yes.
Would we? I'd like to be there for the autopsy of him.
Oh, we already autopsied that guy days ago.
Did you do a blood scan?
A blood scan? No. But you know, before we go and cremate the body, I'll go do that.
Okay, don't cremate the body.
I watch her do it.
Keep it on ice.
Watch her do it. Make sure they do it, or they don't flub it somehow.
Nothing more is to be done with those bodies without our express consent.
Okay, I mean, you're the boss.
Yeah,
thank you very much, sir.
If it wouldn't be much trouble, I'd like the autopsy notes of the Draconis Combine suspect.
I'll have them waiting for you.
Thank you.
I can tell you that guy died from multiple gunshot wounds. We're not sure which one specifically killed him.
My guess would be just combination thereof.
Yeah.
Really, all we need is just the blood scan of him.
Yeah.
The blood analysis, whatever it's called.
You're met at the front door of the police station by a man that at first you believe he's chomping down on a cigarette, but then you realize it's actually just a long donut that he hasn't finished chewing on yet. He's brawny. He's like 6.5 foot tall with beefy ass arms and a barrel chest, and he goes, "I'm Detective Sergeant Dick Gumshoe. So you're the fucking yahoos holding up my case. We got it open and shut. We got all the evidence we need. We got the suspect. We got the murder weapon. We got everything. I don't suppose you'd like to sign off on the case so I can get back to work chasing down real killers."
Unfortunately, no. We're going to have to be a pain in your ass for a little while longer. I do appreciate your forbearance. Couple of quick questions.
What the fuck did he just say?
We're going to be your pain in the ass for a little bit longer, and he has a couple quick questions.
Why didn't he just say that?
I don't even know what forbearance means myself.
Don't worry, I'll translate for you. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So the mayor's murder weapon. What sort of weapon was that exactly?
Oh, a Nambu SMG. Common on Hachiman and other planets where they're produced by Chandrasekhar Kurita. We suspect that this was ordered directly by the coordinator of the Draconis Combine. Personally sent an assassin to kill the mayor of our small town.
Did you check the casings up there?
We didn't find any casings up top. The shooter cleaned his brass and disposed of all the evidence.
Did you process the Nambu weapon?
We did.
Prints?
Completely clean with only one set of prints. The suspect, Suzuya Ichigo.
All right. Now, up until recently, the parade was taking a different route. Did you determine how and why that route was changed?
Oh, yeah. No, there were some security concerns that were cited by the deputy mayor. We'd had a emergency route prepared for some time, but we didn't think we'd need it. However, the deputy mayor got intelligence from the local, from the planetary government, and it was determined that I, the person in charge of protecting the parade, would make alterations. So we went with the backup route. We suspect that Draconis Elite strike teams have deeply infiltrated our government at the highest levels and are providing information to our snake enemies.
Interesting. When was the order given to change the route?
Several minutes before the parade began.
Gotcha.
Now, you dusted the gun down for prints. Did you disassemble it and check the internal components for prints?
Why would we need to do that?
Just in case someone wiped the weapon clean, sir.
I mean, no one wiped the weapon clean. It was a fresh gun. Only one set of prints. Guy literally bought the weapon, shot the mayor, and was killed for his trouble.
No.
We would like to inspect the weapon for ourselves, sir, if you don't mind.
Well, very well then. I'll make sure the evidence locker for that particular subject is open for you.
Thank you very kindly.
Most kind.
He finishes munching down on the donut. Yum.
Just to walk away. Whisper's like, did you see that guy's arms? Bigger than your head.
Okay, so where do we want to go check first? The morgue? To get the morgue, get all over with?
More get the blood scan or blood test.
Yeah, the
whatever it's called.
Tox test.
Yeah. If it'll even show any signs of drugs, this thing, and then check the gun for prints. Then we should make our way over to the fishing hole that was talked to us about.
Okay, you get your talk screen as you come into the morgue. The doctor there is just like, here you go. It indicates that there's a unknown opiate in the blood of subject Suzuya Ichigo. Both corpses are laid out on the table. Suzuya Ichigo's is a complete mess because he was shot so many times. And the other, the mayor, Steve Gary, is missing the upper part of his skull.
Oh, then.
You know what? Totally a 9mm submachine gun would do.
Yeah.
However, Death Wish, if you do not feel stomached for this, you can stay by the door. I will get to.
Are you Victor Kovacsing right now?
Can I?
Doctor, I've seen men literally cut in half before. I think we'll be okay.
And I've seen.
All right, you two have fun. I want to look up this opiate, maybe. I don't know if I can look up.
Yes.
The opiate.
No, you can't. The doctor's just like, yeah, we tested it. We don't know the exact chemical composition. It's probably some sort of new street thing. You know, they probably cut it with gingerbread and toothpaste.
Would I, as having Draconis Combine and freaking Yakuza connections, know of something related to this opiate?
Sure. Make a connections check, right? Or whatever it's called for your protocol. Streetwise, yeah.
Streetwise.
Make a streetwise.
For my Draconis Combine, that's a +2.
Okay, you need an 8.
It's called Blue Drip.
Blue Fever.
Or Blue Fever.
Yeah. You have not heard of this particular chemical composition before. I mean, you're a doctor and you're looking at it, and it's super weird, right? Like someone has definitely messed with this thing to just it would not be a pleasant narcotic to take, right? Like no one is going to willingly inject this thing into their own bloodstream.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this. This isn't a recreational drug that this man's been given or taken. Hell, no one in their right mind or even in their wrong mind would take this.
All right.
So yes, my suspicions are correct. This man has and was drugged before he was pushed out, before he left that door.
All right. I think our next step is to head out. Then.
Wait, can I check his body for like if there's any chance for freaking?
Oh yeah, can we look see if there's like a puncture wound for
signs of struggle? Maybe someone's skin under his
bruising,
fingernails.
Yeah, bruising on the back of the head or.
Sure, make a med tech roll.
Okay,
I can't help with that.
I might be able to aid with that.
It's my specialty.
Thought your specialty was surgery.
Well, they're both as good as each other.
I can't help with MedTech General.
MedTech General is a 5. 5, yeah. Just
I can help with that.
Rolling at a +6 then.
Yeah. Okay. So what's my
roll? Oh wait,
for that?
I have something for this too.
Did you buy an autopsy kit?
Medical kit +1 to medtech rolls.
I think it's for only healing though.
Nope. It's just a +1 to medtech rolls.
I think he also has that though as well.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Oh, well, fine.
I always have one.
It's all right, bud. You got one for in case you need it.
Yeah. All right. So mine's a +5. What do I need to roll?
You +6 because I'm
need an 8.
All right. Plus the
so
one.
Don't roll snake eyes. So 5 + 6 is 11.
Okay. Yeah, you pull some information off of all of this junk. This guy definitely was asphyxiated like for some time. There's like cloth fibers in his throat. And there is a needle puncture on his neck around the aorta. Around the jugular, sorry.
It looks like this man was bound, most likely bagged, and then drugged from the side of the neck. I'm sad to say this man was just an scapegoat.
Yep.
The doctor that's in the room is like, ah! My God, you've cracked the case. But then who really did it?
Some guy that we haven't quite seen the face of yet, maybe.
The faceless man.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do I feel like I'm in some sort of cheesy investigation film now?
As the doctor of the group, I give him utmost permission to autopsy the mayor and send the body. And once he's done,
did we didn't really inspect the mayor?
Yeah,
I don't know what much would happen to the mayor.
I will do autopsy with him, just as well.
Search his pockets,
Yeah, do an autopsy with him, and then we can send the mayor's body off to the funeral home to be prepared.
I mean, there's nothing particularly special about the mayor. He was shot in the head.
Shot in the head, blown off.
He got JFK on him.
Yeah, that's what is. I guess. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, last thing we need or have to do is probably go check out I guess it was fishing hole that Nico talked about.
I give the morgue guy permission to cremate the suspect and then send the mayor's body off to get buried.
Okay.
So we don't want to hold on to the bodies until our investigation.
I'd say hold on. I mean, the one guy has already been autopsied. So leave the hold on for me.
Enough information. We also have the evidence, and
yes, but just in case, it's better to not destroy any evidence if we have to circle back.
Yeah. So leave him be for now, and then
we'll keep the suspect on ice for now. Then, but what about the mayor's body? There's nothing really on that, so send it off.
Keep him on ice as well. It's not like it's hurting him.
But I think the city might want him buried.
Don't care.
I mean, he'll get buried in the end, regardless.
True.
Couple of more another day or two is not going to make any difference.
Pondo looks at the camera, is like, yeah, when the scenario's over, the mayor will be buried.
Fair enough.
When we log off,
episode.
As you wish.
All right, let's go. Yeah. Go get ready to check out the fishing hole, see if the guy that is in our general description is there.
We haven't checked the gun out.
Oh yeah, we need to check the interior components of the gun for fingerprints.
Yeah, I'll do that real quick.
Okay.
What's your small arms?
I mean, there's no need to make a roll. You disassemble the gun.
Yep.
It is a new weapon, and inside there are no fingerprints.
That's what I figured would be the case. He probably literally just bought it real quick, handed it to the guy, and then send him off. I imagine he was wearing gloves as well, so that way. Can we get fingerprints on the casings?
Ooh.
Yes, there are no fingerprints on any of the casings.
That's what, and the thermos?
Also no fingerprints.
That's why I figured he was too smart for that. All right.
Well, on to the fishing fields.
All right. As you begin the 2-hour trip to the fishing fields in your rental car, you get a call from Crimson.
Who wants to answer, guys?
I'll answer.
Crimson.
What the fuck?
Oh, she can't be good. Yeah.
She sends you a data packet. It is a news story with all of your faces on it, holding Rodney for re-election pins. That reads, Feds follow faceless fiend. Local police stumped by mystery as Federated Sons inspectors crack the case. What are they hiding? Why aren't they releasing the mayor's body?
Oh, that twerp.
Yes, apparently we seem to have stepped into a middle of investigation caught up in a re-election campaign. So the paparazzi are going a little bit stir crazy down here for anything that will draw them views.
And it seems like none of the police have the idea of shutting their mouths to journalists, including the Morgue.
You were brought in to deal with this, boys. You need to deal with it. What do you have for me?
I'm guessing we tossed out those pins like a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, no.
Making sure that.
All right, so the three of you are sitting around talking about the pins, and she's like, I don't care about the fucking pins. What do you have for me?
All right, this is what we got. The gun that was used was not the pistol they claimed it to be. It was a Zeus rifle used with modified Ronin Draconis Combine rounds. The person that they shot was not the same guy. That was just some guy they picked up, drugged him real quick, and then sent him out to get shot in order to cover up. The actual guy is sounds like to be Lyrian Commonwealth in
early 20s, blonde hair, blue eyes, approximately 6'4". Typically, he was most often seen wearing muddy jeans and boots.
Currently, we know
food every 6 hours, so definitely a military type. He's used to routines.
Left no fingerprints at all, so he's definitely professional. We only know that he, I guess, routinely went out to where we're heading now, which is, I guess, a fishing hole or something. I don't really quite know. So we're going to check that out, see if he's there, see if we can spot him. He's definitely a man of habit and definitely a man of routine. Well, same thing.
We also discovered that used to drug the second victim with a unknown opiate of merciless design and composition.
Really?
Probably
Merciless design and composition?
Probably
No
something
one-
called unicorn poo or something. I don't know.
No one in my medical opinion, no one in their right mind or wrong mind would ever use this stuff.
All right.
Oh, and also, I strongly suspect the deputy mayor may be involved, if not the person behind the shooting of the mayor.
I see. Why would you
did-
believe that?
The deputy mayor ordered the parade route changed, and he seemed very interested in meeting us and seeing what sort of evidence we'd uncovered thus far.
The change was done seconds before, just mere seconds or minutes before the parade was actually supposed to start. So, and we have obviously evidence that the shooter was stationed at that apartment building 3 days before the shooting actually happened.
I see. That
So
is
this was
news.
planned quite a bit in advance. So hopefully we can get a hold of this guy, find this one guy, the shooter, and hopefully get some answers out of this.
We do have a great deal of evidence so far, but still no name and no weapon.
If anything, we can kind of just say screw it in the end, head up to the deputy mayor's office and do like a TV show style thing where it's like, we have everything on you.
Yeah, we don't do TV show style things around here. We're fucking professionals.
I just like put the call mute. It's like, did you not know who we are?
I think she forgot.
I guess. Oh, we leave that stuff out on purpose, don't we? All right, hold on. Should I put it back on? Yeah, you're right, ma'am. Of course.
Did the call just drop?
I think so, ma'am. We're kind of like outside the city bounds a little bit.
May have passed through a momentary dead zone.
Does that still exist in 3050? I feel like our communications technology is really good right about now. This ain't some Sprint AT&T shit. All right, look.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Find whatever you need to out at this fishing hole.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Roger that.
Don't fuck up.
Yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
she's just like, bye, hang up the phone. We head back over.
How are you narrowing down your search area at the fishing hole? I mean, it's a massive lake with a small island in the middle of it, and there are dozens of cabins over hundreds of kilometers.
Should have tested.
Well, obviously, there's like this tiny little friggin' convenience store that everyone goes to up in that area, right?
I think number one thing is check the lakeside, see if the mud may be the same as what we have.
The mud is the same. Yeah, when you roll up in your car, you like take out your baggie of mud and compare it, and you're like, it matches.
Same mud, good mud.
Scientific proof.
So do you?
It's like, this is some high quality mud here. All right. Yeah, I think step B is check the booking lists for anything within 3 days.
Yeah, all the stuff out here doesn't get booked. It's all like privately owned cabins.
Anything owned by the deputy mayor?
An interesting question. Why don't you make a check to find out more? Let's see.
It's going to be investigated.
It's going to be a computer check.
Ooh, I can assist.
I'll do that. I can do that.
I've got. What's yours on computer?
I'll say what I'll be like pointing what if, and so someone else can do it because I actually can't make the roll.
I'm like already on it. I got it. Don't.
Mine's a +3, so I'll be assisting in this then.
All right.
You need a 10.
Shit.
What are you worried about? You guys have succeeded at every roll so far except that one.
So 4.
What's your bonus?
5, 9. I'll spin an edge.
All right. You get exactly what you need. Yeah. The deputy mayor actually does have a cabin out here. It's located in the middle of the small island out on the lake.
Interesting. Can we borrow a boat or something?
Yeah, so when you go to the boat shop, there's like two guys wearing crocodile leather overalls and
Real men.
not much else, and they're just like, "So you want to borrow a fan boat, son?"
It'd be mighty kind of you, sir, if you let us do it.
Well, you got a license to operate such a vehicle?
No, we don't. Because that would be.
Do any of you have the capability to drive at all?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I do.
Okay.
I think we all do.
Really badly.
No,
I was like, trying to see if there's a specific like watercraft. No, yeah, sea vehicle.
It's driving.
It is specific.
Yep.
Would it be sea vehicle or just?
It's just driving base check. Start with.
Okay, yeah, no, I can do driving.
I mean, it is specifically sea vehicle, but you don't need to be specialized in it. You're just gonna be fucking awful at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, well, what do you need them there boats for? You know, I'm gonna need some collateral just so you don't crash the boat or take it out into the ocean or.
I look at Harridan.
How much would you like for that deposit?
Not much, like 1,000.
Very well.
Okay, all right.
Hand him 1,000.
I looked at Harridan. I got the last guy. You got to get this one.
It's like I don't know the proper value of $1, so
yeah, because he's rich.
I'd like to ask, slightly ask in a non-aggressive interrogational way about if they've seen a guy matching the description.
The blonde-haired, blue-eyed dude.
Oh yeah. That guy comes around here a real lot. I think he lives out on that island out there. Him and them other boys.
Did you have a chat with him at all?
Well, he's a quiet type of fella, but there's what's his name? The other guy's like Rodney, the one who won't shut the fuck up. Hate that guy.
You saw him hanging out with this tall blonde-haired gentleman?
I mean, I don't know about that. Claims he owns the island or the cabin on it or some such bunch of fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
You can't own the land. You can own boats and fishing equipment, but the land is for the people of the Federated Suns. It was entrusted to us by the first prince. Plus, Rodney's just a fucking asshole.
I can believe that. All right, thank you kindly, sir.
Actually met him. He's
I slide him 300.
He's more pompous than Harridan there.
Thanks for your help.
Indeed, and that's saying a lot. I'm extremely pompous.
Yeah, I slide him 300.
It's how self-aware we are. Scary. All right. Thank you kindly, guys. I'd give them like an extra.
Look, if they were really self-aware, they'd be talking about how their characters in a role-playing game. Guys, what do you think I'm about to roll?
Driving.
Yeah, you do need to make a driving check as you take your fan boat across the water.
All right, I'll go +2 then. I'll drive.
Okay.
I don't know if I could aid. I doubt I could.
Are you guys actually trained in the skill, having put points in it, or is it just from? Are you trained in it?
Stats.
I have +2 in ground vehicle driving.
Okay, so you're rolling 3d6 on this because you're not trained in just regular driving.
Yeah.
You're gonna take the 2 worst, and you are looking to get a 8.
Oh God.
And there's no one assisting you because no one is trained in driving.
Airboats.
No, just driving in general. None of them are trained at driving.
No, I'm trained at driving.
I'm saying you have no aid because no one else is trained in driving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, so no aid because of that. Okay, so 2 west ones. Yeesh.
And you got to roll another one.
So
wow, 5, 6. Yep.
6,
2.
2.
So 5, 2 ends up being. Yeah, I mean, you really should have just rolled like 3 dice, but sure. That's a 7. You get a 9 in the end. Yeah, you make it's a choppy ride. Okay, it does not go well. The end of the boat is constantly fishtailing.
That would be a 10.
I mean, it doesn't matter how much you get.
Yeah.
You're just not trained at it. You get there successfully without flipping the boat over or setting it on fire or dying.
Or crashing.
Just like over the side of the boat.
Doctor, I swear to God, you pilot that thing like you pilot a mech.
I pilot a mech better than I pilot this thing.
We don't know how to pilot
if
a mech.
you say so.
Like,
this is all. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is alternate world.
I was still a freaking what? That word the word escapes me. God damn it, that's gonna do my head in all day now.
All right.
You successfully got your like thing from university or something.
Degree, diploma.
Like once you've got the thing that means you've
the
left.
ceremonial katana majig.
Yeah, no, I've
All right, so what I'm going to do is get suited up in case this guy is still there and is going to shoot us. I don't know. I don't get any hat. My hat senses doesn't tingle yet, so it's. So I'm going to suit up real quick, take out my shotgun, and then get ready to go in.
Yeah, I've got my pistol ready.
Means I'm unarmed. I'll just be behind those two.
I'll hand Herod my rifle there.
Oh, excellent.
Combat.
Don't scratch it.
Can you actually still walk while carrying that rifle?
He's not carrying anything else.
I'm making a callback joke. As you begin approaching the house, I'm going to need whoever's leading the group to make a stealth check.
Probably me since I'm suited up. So yeah. So I got a 3.
Well, that's real bad for you because they rolled an 11.
Oh shit.
6 and 5. That was you.
I'm pretty sure it's 3. Hold on, I'm second. I'm checking.
Can I assist?
Don't know. That's up to AP.
Sure.
Wait, Sid, what's your
Are
stealth?
you trained in it?
My stealth is. I'm not trained in it.
You can't assist unless you're trained in that thing.
I've got a 2 in stealth.
I mean, are you trained in it? It's not just.
2, so.
I mean, it's not just what you have on your stat. You actually have to put points into it.
Yeah, I put points into
stealth. All right.
Okay, so I'm rolling at +4.
Yeah, that's a roll benefit too. That's 70.
Good luck getting that 11.
Am I sensing anything bad at? Well, that wouldn't help me because that's only for perception. Never mind. Let's do it.
Oh my god, your roll is so bad.
6, 4, 10. So you made it 11?
Yep.
So we need a reroll?
I mean, do you have an edge, Bandito?
No, I think he's spinning the edge.
Nope, you can't spend edge on other people.
Yep.
That's always been a rule. You can only do that when they're at the risk of dying. The 3 of you begin creeping towards the cabin. As you do, you hear the clicking of a hammer behind one of your heads.
Can I make a perception?
I mean, so Bandito, what you perceive is there's the cabin ahead of you. There are 2 hover vehicles parked outside of it. And there's a massive garage with a police APC that's being repainted in Draconis Combine Mustard Soldiery colors with a big dragon emblem on the side of it.
I've got good hearing, so I can hear it. I've got good hearing. So
I mean, you failed your stealth check, so I mean.
No, but I'll be able to hear them coming up on me.
Well,
I mean, I also have the danger sense thing, so if they get up on us, they get up on us.
They're up on you right now.
Yeah.
It's happening right now.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, so you're busy paying attention to that, right? When you turn around after hearing this click, and it's Deputy Mayor Rodney, and 4 of his security guards are with him, and one of those guards is the blonde-haired guy, and the mayor is just like, "Oh, look, it's you guys! What are you doing on my private property?"
What are you doing with the Draconis Combine APC? Or APC painted in Draconis Combine stuff?
I could explain it to you, or we could just shoot you.
I immediately shoot him.
I mean, okay, let's roll initiative. I mean, if he wins initiative, he's going to shoot you in the head, and you'll be super dead.
Oh, really?
I mean, he's standing behind you with a gun to your head.
Oh, okay.
There's no aiming at this point. You'll just be dead.
What do you roll with initiative?
Initiative for everybody is 2d6. So I'm rolling for him and his guards. Each of you can pick when you want to roll, but it's just literally 2d6. Rodney got a 7.
Okay.
It's even worse if his guards win because they're gonna.
Initiative is based on.
I got a 7.
No, initiative's just based on 2d6. That's it.
Okay.
I got a 7 as well.
All right, you and Rodney are acting at the same time. What's your reflex score?
It's 4.
Okay, you're acting before him.
Sweet.
Sid, you want to roll?
Sure. 4. I'm super dead.
My turn.
Yep. Nope, that's it. You all just get gunned down by the guards.
I wish to.
Yes. Are you wanting to re-roll it?
No, I
think regardless, we're getting gunned down by the guards.
I'm saving that in case Sid gets really hurt.
I mean, you all died. That's it. This is the end.
I've got armor on.
All right.
I mean, there are 4 people with guns pointed at you at point blank range. You've got the drop on you from behind.
I'll burn my edge to reroll.
Fine.
Okay. Nope, you're still
7.
dead. I feel like you're the only one who reacts and you go to dodge roll. You're rolling along the ground and you still end up dead.
All right.
That's it.
That was a fun ending.
I mean,
well then.
That was a strange ending, but that's how it goes.
What did the guy dodge roll?
I was hoping to get the drop on them as he was doing the talking thing. He's like, "Aha, I'm doing my gloating." I'm like,
yeah, of course. As you know, when a man has a fully readied gun to the back of your head, you can just whip your gun out, turn around, and shoot him in the time it takes him to finish talking, I guess.
Told you. TV logic.
And that's why whenever you have a gun holstered in the inside, you can just point and shoot, even through your clothes.
And now everyone's dead because of Bandito. Not me.
I mean, the good news is
I think we're going to be dead regardless.
You checked in back at home before you left. So
they're going to find our dead bodies and then arrest those guys. I think it's still in the end mission accomplished, except we died.
I am going to grant you all 30 experience points towards your characters.
See what my roll would be if I re-rolled.
Okay.
God, Red's going to be so pissed.
A 9, still not good enough.
Yeah, no. It would beat the mayor.
I gotta tell you guys, I'm not super huge into the ground part of, I'm okay with it as long as we're doing mech stuff, right? But I wasn't into this whole murder investigation crime scene thing. The system doesn't handle it super well.
No, the system isn't all that great for it.
It was fun. I had fun.
Well, especially because our characters aren't, our characters are designed to be, soldiers, and this is Law and Order SVU,
No, it's not SVU, it's just Law and Order.
I mean, I was good at investigation stuff, and Goldhirsch was good at medical stuff, which helped.
Forensics.
I was good at taking notes.
You're good at.
You literally physically took notes, which I really liked.
Lexi's asking for you in chat, Pondo.
Oh wait, did you call me out? Really? Did you?
I did. Coo.
Yes, Lexi, he did.
Yeah, Lexi, I did call you a masochist.
Because you're a masochist.
Oh,
that's okay.
Yes, you are.
Wow, all of you with the fucking call-outs. What the hell is wrong with you people?
Offhand, I'd say a lot.
No respect
for that because they were trying to
say you're right.
They were calling me a masochist, and then I would join up with you, and I was like, "Well, no, I don't."
You said pot calling the kettle black.
Oh yeah, calling the kettle black.
Yeah, right. That's it.
Oh man,
sorry guys. I feel like I really dropped the ball tonight with this one shot.
Hell, if we didn't fuck
no,
up,
it was really interesting. I found it really interesting right up until the part where we died.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just at that point I was like, well, we have this scene here, and this doesn't end up like most I was like, I doubt this will end like most movie things where they just keep talking and somehow we
see. It wasn't me doing it, so it did stand a high chance of success.
Wow, wow, self burn at the highest levels. Oh my gosh, we almost spent more time doing the intro than we did the show. It's rough. It's rough.
Indeed.
So, anyways, anime.
No, we need an outro. We need an outro, bros.
I honestly think it was. I had a good time with it. It was nice.
Oh yeah, I really like.
I was actually more useful than what I am and usually in the show.
Whoa, holy
Don't
shit!
say that.
Wow, wow. So the reason you didn't trigger Sixth Sense is because you already knew you were walking into a,
that's what I figured.
It's not like you were walking down an alleyway and someone got the drop on you, right? Like you knew you were going
I was
into some
already
shit.
just like, this is not going to end well for us. I probably should ask if I could like spot movement through like the windows or something.
What does good hearing do anyway?
I'm not sure. I will
You'd
check.
have to look it up.
Check after the stream.
Probably gives you a bonus to
make a
and stuff.
smelling check. Nah.
Yeah, that'd be good smell.
Wasn't that a joke from like one of the tabletops where it's like,
it was when they were doing their one shot of
it was like the Dragon Age.
Dragon Age, yeah.
And he took the whole.
Oh yeah, you're talking tabletop with Will Wheaton where they did the double episode. Yeah. I remember what you're talking about now. I was like, what the fuck are these people talking about? But now I understand.
I am at 79 extra XP.
Yeah, I also blame Comstar. They're pretty much at the end of everything.
Oh god, yeah.
They are.
Hell, even with clans.
I mean, in the end, it was still a success for us. So we did our job.
Thank you for choosing Comstar. How may we control you today?
AP, I want to ask, but I know you're probably going to say no.
Mm-hmm.
What would have happened if I asked the guy to tell me what the fuck he wants? The one I shot in the stomach.
You're talking about back on the main storyline?
Yeah.
Look, we're gonna go over that because your Pathfinder Rapier was the one who put him in touch and gave your location to him.
God damn it.
And he's gonna show up and he's gonna be like, "Hey, did you get in touch with that guy? He paid me good money for that."
Why didn't you say Rapier sent me? It would have been so much easier.
Oh yeah, he got in touch with us, all right.
Oh god damn it. Damn it, Rapier.
I'm gonna wholesomely deny
it. All right.
I'm Arthur Perkins. This has been AP Gaming Real. This is a non-canon side story. If you were wise, you skipped watching this episode and went to episode 3 of Battletech. We'll be back next week, probably with Rad. Who knows? We'll find out. Watch Cancel. People who watch Battletech haven't also enjoyed watching Cancel, and if you don't, that's fine too. You be yourself. Because what counts is what's on the inside. Chara Shigo will be your guide. Sid, you're up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha. Thank you so much for watching. This was a lot of fun, even though it was surprisingly brief. And it was fun for me. I enjoy that type of story with the whodunits and the investigating.
I mean, I didn't make any attempt to hide that it was obviously Rodney.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean,
trying to go through is like make sure.
Beginning.
Did we miss anything? Is there any other little side?
I think if we were smart, we would have been like, yeah, we think it's this that. Can we get like some backup with this?
Well, if we were smart, we were like, okay, let's go get our gear.
I mean, I had the gear with us.
I didn't. I didn't. You know, because I have a friggin' stealth suit, and
I mean, regardless, we're still outnumbered, so we'd probably.
Yeah, no, your stealth suit wouldn't have helped. It only works against cameras.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a ton of fun. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SidAlpha.
We oddly rolled Hot Fire tonight, which was great.
Till that last
it was my one time where I get to actually roll anything above a 4. So don't get used to it.
The look on this might show up on next week.
We'll see. I mean, we still have Stars Without Number on Saturday and then Cancol on Monday. So I get to burn through a bunch of D6s before we circle back to this again.
I mean, we got Starship Combat as soon as Sons of Gold starts. So, yeah, you're going to get wrecked super bad.
Yeah, I'm going to Mr. Scott the shit out of that combat.
We'll see how that works for you, given your rolling proclivities.
Yeah, but I get a lot of bonuses for that character and engineering checks. So,
all right, okay. What about you, Pondo? What do you do when you're not here?
Play video games, hang out in Discord, work. I don't really have much. I do. I used to, and hopefully will start making videos for my channel on YouTube.
You keep saying that. At some point, I'm going to beat you to death with that phrase.
I mean, I feel like I'm obligated to say it, but I just never really. I get into the feel of it, and then I get distracted and just don't do it.
I mean, you know, I need to be like, who's that guy? Where he's like, do it, just do it. If you're tired of starting over, if you're tired of starting over, stop quitting.
I mean, I don't quit. I just forget. And
if you're tired of forgetting, write it down in a goddamn day planner or email yourself every day.
No, he procrastinates.
I don't know if it's really procrastination. It's more of I just not gotten into the mood of it.
We need the power of Prondo 76 up in here. That's all I'm saying.
I think that would make me even less likely to actually start getting back into it.
Prondo 76 is a soldier, an honorable man.
Prondo 76 is a shrimp.
He's a goddamn American hero.
Is a shrimp.
American hero shrimp. English, what do you got when you're not here?
I'm Englishmudkip. I spend time on Discord in multiple places, but sometimes in APs if you can catch me there. I play video games a lot, and yeah, this is like Pondo. It is he wants to try and get videos. I might try and be streaming this probably this Friday. Yeah, I will probably be streaming this Friday if I get my sleep schedule back together, which it's freaking 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is not the show you need to be talking about sleep schedules on.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. in the morning for me. It's not going to work. I might just start becoming a late streamer.
It is popular. All right, guys, that's us. We'll be back next week for a real show with real Battlemechs and less crime scene investigation and more making crime scenes.
And probably losing horribly to Klance shit.
I mean, we'll see how it works out. You'll be fine.
We're probably going to get our second lanes completely ruined, and then we're going to lose Crimson probably.
Look.
Oh God, I hope not.
Here's what we need to
She needs to be like the sole survivor.
If you're watching live, you can go and go over to Lexi Tales, who I'm about to host. She's doing a charity stream for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. So, you know, halfway to her goal tonight of $1,000 of donations. So, you know, pop on over there, support her, watch some Fortnite,
nice.
League of Legends, Overwatch, etc., etc. Have a good night.